close the door with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Line into left field for a base hit.
Hit in the air. That's going to be the second baseman. They have a chance for two, and they got him.
Run, the throw is in time for the out.
Lifted high into left field. Ball is way back, and that ball is way gone.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Tuesday afternoon from Casselton, North Dakota. Some overcast skies, and with the projected weather forecast moved, our skills competition and alongside the Game 3 of the rubber game of the 2024 Scheels Softball All-Star Series back a little bit later as well to 6:30. This is our pregame show brought to you in part by our friends at Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. I'm Chase Miller alongside Josh Boyko and Joey Hughes with you here today. Let's recap what happened yesterday out in Bismarck. In game number 1, it was a win for the East, snapping a 9-game losing streak with an 8-2 win over the West. In the contest, you had Grace Weary from West Fargo, 4 innings of work, 6 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And Ella Whitebert from Grand Forks Red River went 2 of 3 from the plate with a run scored and 3 runs driven in. From there, in game number 2, the West able to knock down the East by a final of 6-3. Ashlyn Schumacher from Bismarck Century went 6 innings of work, 8 hits, 3 runs that were earned against her, no walks and a strikeout, and then really nice defensive play by Miss Berg at shortstop, completing not 1 but 2 double plays in the process. And Decker went 3 of 3 with a run scored and alongside a run driven in as well. And speaking of Jenna Decker of Dickinson, she's already set a series record here in the Scheels Softball All-Star Series with 5 stolen bases as well. Josh, what impressed you most yesterday from either the West or the East side of things? In game 1 and game 2, you'll have the call of game 3, but what kind of impressed you most yesterday out in Bismarck, Josh?
Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit before we got on here, just about the plate discipline and the complete at-bats that were getting put together by these all-stars on both sides. Very few strikeouts, just a lot of contact being made by both sides in the first 2 games of this series.
Yeah, one of a lot of the fun stuff that you got to see. Really good contact, really good pitching overall from both as well. We're going to step aside and take a quick break. Again, our schedule here today is roughly at about 5 o'clock. We'll get the skills competition underway. We'll let you know what's coming up next. And then from there, roughly at about 6:30, we will get to the actual game number 3 of the rubber match of the series. It's the East versus the West. Our skills competition. We'll let you know what's coming up around the corner next here on yourliveevent.com.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Check out the yourliveevent.com free stage powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Inc. at the Red River Valley Fair with a full lineup of great performers and shows each day. You'll enjoy live entertainment from Quick 56, Ashley Weiland, Slamabama, and more. The Red River Valley Fair is 3 weekends from June 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th. For entertainment schedules and more information on the yourliveevent.com free stage, check out redrivervalleyfair.com. That's redrivervalleyfair.com.
Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Get ready for racing this Friday night at 7 at the Red River Valley Speedway. Family fun for everyone. This week it's the IMCA Modified Bison Battle, sponsored by Casey's, Corey's Car Care Center, Finley Motorsports, and I-29 Trailer Sales. For details, log on to redrivervalleyspeedway.com.
As we come back here on our Norman County Raceway and Red River Valley Speedway show here today, again, it's the skills competition, the East and the West All-Stars here in this one. Take a look at the skills competition rosters for both teams. The fastest runner, you literally go from home plate to home plate. So as quickly as you can get around the bases, 240 feet. Got to touch all four of them. For the East, they'll have Riley Satcham of Mayport CG, Ella Weipert and Riley McQuillan of Grand Forks Red River, and Cindy Schwabe of the Thompson Tommies competing on the eastern side of things. On the west, in the fastest runner, going home to home again, Jenna Decker of Dickinson High, Ellington L. Anderson from Minot, Ashlyn Schumacher from Bismarck Century, and Savannah Gustafson from the Mandan Braves. That again will be the quickest, fastest runner to runner. The quickest all-time, 11.16 seconds by Riley Ullman in Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis and Clark back in 2018. Infield throwing accuracy, there'll be three teams from both. The infield throwing accuracy will be Brea Malk of Kindred Richland, Avery Amberman of Kindred Richland, and Grace Fletchock of Central Cass in the East. The West will feature Jersey Berg of Bismarck High, Maddox Falk of the Ray Jays, and Miss Hallie Gullett of the Botno Stars in the infield throwing accuracy. Again, Berg, Falk, and Gullett here for the infield throwing accuracy. Outfield throwing accuracy, Grace Weary of West Fargo with McKenna Alexander of West Fargo Cheyenne and Danica Ratha of Kindred Richland. On the eastern side of things, on the western side, you'll have Shaylee Holan from Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis and Clark, Sienna Clements from Velva Drake Animus, and Ava Seibel from the Beulah Miners. Then the home run derby will feature Danica Hansen of Kindred Richland, Raina Satcham of Mayport CG, and Kate Geiser and Addie Rolstead of West Fargo Cheyenne. On the western side, Ava Yanner of Dickinson, Ginger Savakul of Renville County, Jersey Berg of Bismarck, and Callie Steffen of the Beulah Miners as well. So that's a look at our skills competition. We'll take a quick break, and we come back after this. We'll let you know about the scoring system coming up around the corner here on your LiveEvent.com.
The best part about being a reading corps tutor is having that one-on-one relationship with kids.
A high five here, or a smile there. When I get that smile back, it fills my heart.
Being a reading corps tutor has been the most rewarding thing I've ever done, and I was an RN for 15 years.
Outside of my family, this has been the greatest experience of my life.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
It's the summer sale at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro. All VersaMax and CargoMax trailers are at summer sale prices. They have 11-foot and 13-foot CargoMax trailers, all discounted in price during the summer sale. And Bloomfield Enterprise still has a large inventory of Big-Tex utility trailers. Stop by to look and purchase with large discounts, or call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. The summer sale on VersaMax and CargoMax trailers ends June 30th at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro.
As we continue here on our Norman County Raceway and Red River Valley Speedway show here, the North Dakota All-Star Skills Competition scoring. There's both going to be an individual portion and a team portion to it. Simply put, you can sweep a particular category. For example, if the West sweeps the fastest runner home to home, they would earn 9 team points. 5 points is for first place, 3 points is for second, and a point is for third. Otherwise, if the East gets 2, the West gets 1. Then you really have to go through, does the West get the 5 points for first, and then the East will get 4 points for second and third, respectively. So 4 rounds to tally up the most amount of points, and that, again, is from the team side of things. On the individual side of things, you still want to finish first, whether it's the East or the West, and possibly break a record as well. Some of these records dating back to 2018. Infield throws, you get 5 throws from shortstop. Center of the net equals 3 points. If you hit the outer part of the net or you bounce it in, that'll be 1 point. Outfield throwing, same thing. The only difference is you'll throw from short right, short center field. Center of the net is 5 points. With the bounce in from 3 points, center of the net is 1. So same thing with shortstop, but just from the outfield perspective. And the home run derby will be 10 swings from the front toss with a little batting practice. Home run, if you get it out of the park, is 5 points. If you hit it 165 feet to the warning track, it'll be 3 points, and 125 feet to 165, that'll be worth 1 point. So that's a look at the North Dakota All-Star Skills competition here in this one. It's the East All-Stars and the West All-Stars. When we come back, we'll hear from Josh Boyko and see which particular set of skills he's most looking forward to seeing here between the East and the West when we return here on your LiveEvent.com.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
This is your livelihood, and success requires a seed partner that's just as committed as you are. Just like you, we're farmers first, so our values are rooted just as deep and our goals are just as strong. Our team is ready to hit your fields, so no matter what each growing season brings, we'll get through it together. It's who we are. Thunderseed, first in the field.
When it comes to your next outdoor project, let the team at Turf Tamers take care of you. Turf Tamers provides the professional services and is your one-stop shop for turning your dirt yard into a beautiful oasis. When you choose Turf Tamers, you can trust that your outdoor spaces are in the hands of skilled professionals who truly care about creating beautiful landscapes. For a quote or more information, go online to turftamersfargo.com. That's turftamersfargo.com.
As we continue on our little pre-skills competition, the pre-skills pregame show, again brought to you in part by the Red River Valley Speedway and the Norman County Raceway. You can get your Friday night races fix in West Fargo. Friday night races start at 7. For more information, for tickets, and the complete race schedule throughout the summer months, go to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. That, again, is RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. Chase Miller with you in the press box. Josh Boyko on the sidelines with Joy Hughes behind the scenes. And then Josh and I will switch for game number 3. Josh, when you see the rosters here for the skills competition, again, whether it's the fastest runner, infield, outfield, or the home run derby, I know probably the headline for a lot of things is the home run derby, no matter what, to see who can maybe knock one out of the park. But is it something other than the home run derby, or are you looking forward to the home run derby the most with some of the batters that are coming up here between the East and the West All-Stars?
Well, I'm already looking forward to the fastest runner competition. We got Jenna Decker from Dickinson in this fastest runner competition, already a record for most stolen bases in this series at 6, I believe. So looking forward to Decker showing off that speed, and then the infield accuracy from Berg and Fletchock from shortstop will be fun to watch for sure. Yeah, there will be
just another added addition to it, if you will, a little bit. Fastest runner, 11.16 seconds. The infield throwing accuracy, the record is 15 for individual points. Outfield is 17, and the home run derby for most points is 38, and you get 10 swings. So there was definitely some home runs hit by Logan Gronberg from Bismarck High back in 2022. As an example, if you get 165 feet to the warning track 10 times, you only get 30 points. So 38, that just tells you right there that there was a couple of home runs hit along the way. The infield throwing accuracy going to be curious because the East has a couple of rivals, Josh, all on the same team with Brea Malk from Kindred Richland, Avery Ammerman from Kindred Richland, and Grace Fletchock gets another opportunity to play at her home turf field one more time here at Field in Casselton. So that's always fun to see some of your rivals now competing as teammates in this particular skills competition.
Yeah, definitely. Those are all-stars, obviously, at their position right there. Ammerman, third base, and then someone like Fletchock at shortstop. But those guys are elite at their position, and that's why they're in this competition tonight.
And then on the other side, again, with the throwing competition, we've seen some really good throws by the West, but Jersey Burgess turned a couple of double plays by herself. She's got a cannon of a glove and a cannon of an arm, and a really good glove to boot, that is, at shortstop from Bismarck High. Maddox Falk of the Ray Jays, and then we'll see Miss Gullett from the Botno Stars with the infield throwing accuracy as well. We'll take another quick break, and we come back after this. We'll preview again still what's to come here later today from Casselton. Recap what happened yesterday one more time before we get the 2024 North Dakota Scheels Softball Skills Competition underway here from Casselton on your liveevent.com.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Again, this is our pre-skills show brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. You can check out the races in Ada at the Norman County Raceway on June the 29th. With the World of Outlaw late models for a complete race schedule in June, July, and August and more. Tickets now available at normancounty.raceway.com. And again, it's tickets and the schedule of events at normancounty.raceway.com. This is the 2024 North Dakota Scheels Softball Skills Competition here on your liveevent.com. As currently in Casselton, overcast skies about in the mid to upper 60s. We are seeing some sun starting to make its way from the western hemisphere here at Casselton, which that is a positive, hoping that the rest of today that we have a little bit more of some sun and not so much of weather. We got out of Bismarck yesterday at the right time before some storms came through, and then obviously through the overnight hours into the morning here in the Red River Valley, and particularly in the Fargo Metro Casselton area, we did see a good chunk of showers coming through. So if this was maybe a non-turf field, quite truthfully, not sure if we'd be able to play today, but because it is turf, able to get the skills competition and game number 3 of the Rubber Series underway. Game number 1 went to the East All-Stars. Game number 2 went to the West, so they will have an opportunity to play the third of the matchups upcoming here. All time in the series, the East has won 6 and the West has won 12 of the particular matchups. As we get you ready for the skills competition, again, we will have the fastest runner, infield throwing accuracy, outfield throwing accuracy, and then the home run derby as well, as they're taking a look at both of the respective teams, and we'll see who's going to go first. And going first here will be from the West, as we will have everything slated to go here. Taking a look, making sure we got the right respective members of the teams as they're introducing both here from the West Fastest All-Stars and the East Fastest All-Stars. Here for the West, Jenna Decker Looks like she's ready to scamper on and have a chance here early on here. The team totals again, if you win, you get 5 points. You get second, you get 3. And then if you get third, you get 1 point. So the East and the West will have their opportunities, possibly to earn a sweep. And that's the big thing, Josh, when it comes to the team stamp points. If someone earns a sweep, that can go a really long way, where you almost need a sweep in your own right if you're the other club. Otherwise, if you only get 1 point or one team gets 9 if you win a division, that can make things a little interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if you're able to get that sweep, it's a huge difference, and those points can add up quickly with only 4 total events here. So getting off to a good start here for Decker, and the West is imperative.
Decker with the Dickinson Midgets here will put her right foot on home plate. Mike Scogan behind the plate, waiting for the time here, and here goes Jenna Decker from the Dickinson Midgets. Decker already with the quickest way to get stolen bases here and the North Dakota Scheels Softball All-Star Series. There's the big turnaround third, and that's a nice-looking time across the way. Josh, what is the official time there for Jenna Decker?
11.45.
11.45 here on the way for Decker. That's about 0.3 of a second off here from the all-time fastest. 11.45 again for Decker in the first attempt here for the West All-Stars. It kind of feels like the race is on a Friday night here with these respective athletes, as now you'll have Savannah Gustafson here for the Mandan Braves, and she's off as Savannah will round first. Here with the turf, you don't have to really worry too much about the saturation that's made its way through. We've seen pretty good footing. There's the big turn by Gustafson around third, trying to come through at home, and she will be able to do so. From the Mandan Braves with a finishing time is, again, Josh Boyko, your mic is open whenever you get that final time down there.
Yeah, there'll be an 11.6.
For
3 on the way here for Savannah. So you got 11.63. As now coming up here for the West All-Stars. Still 2 more to go with Schumacher and Anderson, as this will be Ashlyn Schumacher from Bismarck Century picking up the win in game number 2 yesterday of the softball series. 6 quality innings of work as well for the Patriot. Here's the big hard charge around third for Schumacher as she steps in across home plate here. 11.45 for Decker, 11.63 for Gustafson, and for Schumacher.
We have a new leader at 11.41.
11.41. And the West again going first, as now you'll have Ellington Anderson from Minot High. She's got a gun in left field already with a outfield assist here in the tournament and trying to show you off the speed as well. Here comes Anderson around third. The charge home. There's a big stretch. Almost lost her footing across the way. So can she get a sub 11.41 will be the question.
Yes, indeed. That's an 11.36.
So 11.36. So Ellington Anderson from the Magi with an 11.36 to take it with the lead, and now it goes to the East All-Stars. Here is Riley Satrom from the Mayport CG Patriots will be making her way across the diamond here. Satrom already able to pitch, already able to hit in this softball series, and she's going to make her way around the base pass. The first of 4 runners from the East will have a time of...
we are into the 10-second range, Chase, a 10.98.
10.98 for Riley Satrom. That it breaks the 2018 record as well by 0.18. So nearly 0.2 of a second. As now coming up here will be Riley McQuillan. Ella Weipert, Ella Weipert will be making her way. Also, her teammate of Riley McQuillan will be hard charging here in a moment. Here's Ella Weipert. As Weipert here for a Grand Forks third. Now it's all gravy here for the East. Can they take second?
There's an 11.8 flat from Weipert.
So the answer will be no on second for the time being, but they still have 2 more to go. Cindy Schwabe will make her way around first base. Schwabe now will head towards second. So far, the 10.98 for Satrom, followed by the 11.63 for Anderson. And Schwabe will make her way around the base pass here for the Thompson Tommies in a time of...
12.32. 3.8, sorry. 12.38.
So 12.38 here for Cindy Schwabe, as now it's Riley McQuillan. Riley McQuillan here for Grand Forks Red River. Part of that, again, 2 Rough Riders here with her and Ella Weipert. For the East right now, as it stands, they have 5 team points, but trying to see if they can get another team point or more as well with McQuillan, trying to get something under a sub 11.36.
And McQuillan a little bit just behind Schwabe by a 10th at 12.46.
So 12-4-6, so we'll go through our second time through. Riley Satcham is in first, followed by Anderson from Minot in second, and Jenna Decker is in third. Here's a big charge for Decker. Had 11-4-5 on her first run around the base pass to get 2 chances, and this one will be trying to break her 11-4-5 mark.
Almost identical, just a little bit behind though at 11-5-3.
So 11-5-3 for Decker. So right now, the East still in front here with Satcham is now Gustafson again for the Mandan Braves. Will be making her way around third base. Gustafson with a hard kick down the stretch. Her first run was 11.63. Her second run will be
an identical 11-6-3.
Can't complain about having consistency here on the base pass, especially for the Mandan Braves. As now coming up to the plate here will be Ashlyn Schumacher from Bismarck Century. Her first run, 11.41. As Schumacher will come around the bases here. And I think both of these athletes trying to see what that turf will look like, again, with a little moisture early on. Josh, is she able to go under 11.4?
Talk about consistency. That's another 11.41 for Schumacher.
So you got the 11.41 to keep her still at third right now, and that would be 1 team point for the West All-Stars. The West All-Stars leader the first time around was Anderson with an 11.36. Can Anderson beat it here, trying to get to that sub-11 mark with Riley Satcham?
Anderson runs an 11.45.
11.45, so it's still going to be 2 here for Anderson with the 11.36. Schumacher is third with the 11.41. Riley Satcham, can she break sub-11 yet again? Had the 10.98 around the base pass. There's a big turnaround third, and Satcham trying to see if she can beat 11 seconds a second time around.
11.03.
So she still has the lead. That's not a bad average at 11.01 for 2 times around the bases, as now you'll be having Ella Weipert here for Grand Forks Red River making her way around the bases at 11.80 her first time. Weipert trying to put it up a notch here around the bases her second time.
Now we see an improvement here up to an 11.68.
So 11.68 on the way. Still not enough to crack the podium, if you will, or the top 3 here. Cindy Schwabe with a 12.38 her first time. Second time around the base pass here. You got that right foot on the inner part of third base as she comes to home plate. Final time of?
Another improvement almost by 0.3, but Schwabe goes 12.10.
So Schwabe from Thompson improves the second time around. That's twice here for the East, but overall the East still only has 5 points, and that's just because Riley Satcham earns the record. Unless Riley McQuillan can get a better time than what she did the first, her second time will be
12.36, improved by a 10th.
So 12.36. So first we'll go to Riley Satcham with 5 team points here for the East All-Stars. Second is going to be the 11.36 of Ellington Anderson of Minot, and Ashlyn Schumacher takes third with an 11.41 on the way here. So the East gets 5 points, while the West will earn 14 points here on yourliveevent.com. Riley Satcham was blazing across the base pass there, Josh, to take first place here in the fastest runner skills competition.
Yeah, our first sub-11 in this event, so congrats to Riley Satcham on setting that record right there.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to some of the infield and outfield throwing contests after this.
Weather and sports from your community. Look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Again, recapping the fastest runner, Riley Satcham with a 10.98 for the Mayport CG Patriots. Taking second is going to be Anderson from Minot with an 11.36, and then Ashlyn Schumacher from Century with a matching time of 11.41 will take the fastest runner. As now we go to the infield throwing accuracy here. The East and the West upcoming, as we got to take a look at the opportunities for both of these respective clubs. Again, for the West, you have Jersey Berg here for the West All-Stars from Bismarck High. Infield throws, you get 5 throws from shortstop. Center of the net rewards you with 3 points. If it hits the outer part of the net or bounces into the net at first, it will be 1 point. So again, you'll have Berg, Maddox, Falk, and then Gullett on the way upcoming here for the West All-Stars. Well, they'll just have a soft little throw over from first base. You kind of have 2 cones that are out there where the softball will be making its way through. Field it, and then you can step into the throw. And I think last year, Josh, what we saw a little bit the first time around was everyone was really trying to almost be the quickest in the infield throws, and then all of a sudden we saw someone go, hold on, I'm not being timed for how quickly I need to get the ball out of my glove to first. I just need to make a great throw, and then all of a sudden everybody started taking that the second time around.
No, we're not trying to turn double plays here, so taking your time can be rewarding.
As, again, Mike Scogan coming out there just to talk it over here with the respective teams. As Jersey Berg will make her way. Will be coming on right off the bat here, and she will get her 5 throws. So Berg saw a couple of double plays. That was a nicely contested throw right there. Again, she gets 5 of them. 3 points for right in the net. If you hit the side of the net, you get 1, or you bounce it in the net, you get 1 as well. Berg has already hit the net once. An even throw there on her 3rd attempt. The 4th attempt comes up and hits her in the heel a little bit, but so far 3 of 4 is not too shabby. There's one hop, the right-handed throw, and Berg does a really good job starting it off here for the West and the Bismarck High Demons.
And that's a 12 right there out of 15 possible points for Jersey Berg.
So 12 points on the way. As now coming up here for the West All-Stars, going to be in the circle will be Maddox Falk from the Ray Jays. So Maddox Falk here for the Ray Jays. The record is with Tori Olson in this particular category with Bismarck Legacy with 15 back in 2022. So far, 15 points for the East, 14 points for the West. As you will have now Maddox Falk having an opportunity for the Ray Jays coming on here. First attempt, able to bounce that one in. That still counts as a point. Again, if you get it perfectly through the net, that counts as 3. Well, so far, 2 throws and able to get on the board on both of them. 3rd attempt steps through, and this one going to be close to hopping as it kind of hit the bottom of the net. Here will be the 4th throw by Maddox, able to still be consistent here for the West All-Stars. And her 5th and final attempt, that one will go over the target. Josh, I think we might have counted her for 8 up here, but what's the official score down up the first base side, Josh?
I've got a score of 6 right here, a 1-3-1-1.
Okay, so 6 points across the way. As now you'll have Gullett coming up here for the Botno Stars. As Gullett will be coming on here for the West. So far, Jersey Berg, the leader in the clubhouse with 12, then Falk with 6. As now you'll have Gullett here for the Botno Stars. And the West All-Stars here already has 2 throws in. That one hopped in. Here's the 3rd as she corrals it, able to get a point across the way. Here's the 4th opportunity. Well, she's gotten 3 of them in the net via the opportunity to have that one through. And Josh, what's the final number down there so far as they have a couple that were bounced in the net for the final here for Gullett from the Botno Stars. As now we go to the East All-Stars. We'll get to Gullett's final in a moment here.
Yeah, we've got 5 for Gullett total.
Okay, so 5 for Gullett. As now it's to the East All-Stars. As coming up here for the East All-Stars again. This looks to be potentially Brea Mauk here. And it will be Brea Mauk for the East All-Stars from the Kindred Richland Vikings. And then you'll have Avery Ammerman and Grace Fletchock after that. Couple nice throws there from Brea. Normally plays second, but Josh, why don't you do it short?
Yeah, she did really well connecting on all 5 throws for at least 1 point. She's got 11 points.
So 11 points gives her 2nd place so far. Jersey Berg with 12, and then Maddox Falk has 6. Currently is in 3rd. Now it's going to be the home of the Central Cass Squirrels, Grace Fletchock. As Fletchock will come across and playing shortstop here, she'll have the opportunity. Fletchock with 1 throw in on the net. 2nd throw upcoming looks to be good and earn some points as well. The 3rd throw, so far 3 of 3 in terms of at least trying to get 1 point. Fletchock, nice cannon of an arm there again from short to first. Here's the fifth and final throw for Fletchock, and Fletchock does a really good job being a stat stuffer there across the way. She goes 5 for 5. Now it's just a matter of the total points here for the Squirrels.
Yeah, 9 for Fletchock.
Grace Fletchock gets 9, so currently it's the West first, followed by the East in second, and then third, as now you'll have Avery Ammerman here for Kindred Richland. Normally plays third base, has a chance to throw in a little bit different of an angle here at shortstop. Gets a couple in so far, 2 out of 3. Here's her third opportunity for Ammerman. The third one was looking pretty good on the fourth as well. Here's the fifth and final throw by Ammerman. Hops into the net, and Ammerman does a pretty nice job here with this final toss across the way, and that was going to be able to get it as well. Nice looking job by Ammerman.
Yeah, 4 of 5 on the throws, 6 points total for Avery Ammerman.
So after the round here, the 11 make it the 12 points for Jersey Berg is first from Bismarck High. The 11 points for Brea Mauk from Kindred Richland is second. And then from there, the 9 points on the way for Grace Fletchock is third. So just flip it from what we had in the fastest runner, where it was the East getting 5 points and the West getting 4 points. It'll be flipped this second time around. Jersey Berg again for Bismarck High with 12 points, 11 points of Brea Mauk, and then Grace Fletchock again finishing third with 9 points. Josh, no surprise, I think, to see Jersey Berg, after what we saw yesterday, having the opportunity coming across here.
Yeah, no surprise at all. I mean, with the leather that she flashed at shortstop yesterday out in Bismarck, this is exactly what we expected right here. Smooth with the leather up the middle. Perfect throws.
Speaking of smooth, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to the outfield throwing accuracy next.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
It's the summer sale at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro. All VersaMax and CargoMax trailers at summer sale prices. Plus, you get up to an additional $250 rebate on CargoMax trailers. Bloomfield Enterprise has the 10.5, 12.5, and 14.5 VersaMax trailers. Stop by to look and purchase with large discounts, or call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. The summer sale on VersaMax and CargoMax trailers ends June 30th at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro.
As we come back now to our center field camera here, as we'll go from camera 1 to camera 2 to show you the throw, and then coming in at home plate. Coming up here for the West All-Stars will be Holland across the way from Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. 5 points if you hit it square, 3 points if you bounce it in, and 1 point if you hit the side of the net. Here is throw number 1 as Mike Skolgan was coming up just to make sure everything was good to go. Puts his hands up in the circle as I think he was going out to grab one additional cone, or talking it over again one more time with the players of where they will be. They will be at the Central Cass emblem, the CC in straightaway center field. You'll have from the West All-Stars, from the East will be Grace Weary, McKenna Alexander from West Fargo, Cheyenne, and then Danica Rath from Kindred Richland. From the West, you'll have Shaylee Holland, who is first up from Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark, Sienna Clemens from Velva, Drake, and Moose, and then Ava Seibel from the Beulah Miners. So Holland, first opportunity here, looking to throw this one, and does get a couple of bounces to get at least a point, looking to 3. Here's her second opportunity as this one just misses the side of the net. Third opportunity on the way here for Holland, as this one will miss the opposite side of the net. So right down the middle, miss to the left, miss to the right. Here is number 4 on the way. Big bounce, able to get to the net here. And here's the final throw up coming for Holland, and then we'll get to her final line score here. 5 opportunities for the throws, and what is the final line score down there, Mr. Josh Boyko?
We have a total of 4.
4 for Holland, as now you have Sienna Clemens from Velva, Drake, and Moose. She's a lefty, so you don't have to worry about looking at the roster for that particular one. You can just see that Clemens is coming out here from center field. A really good pitcher behind the plate as well. Catcher for Velva Drake Anamoose. We saw her play a little outfield yesterday. I believe she played all 3 positions at one particular time. And look at the cannon. Almost hit the grazed of the upper left part of the net. Here, Josh, look out. Bring your glove. We talked about that yesterday a couple times with the foul balls. Here comes Clemens, able to bounce one in for the second. As where Josh is standing is going to be, again, where the official scores are. That's why we get these scores so quickly here. The third toss, yes, that did hit the net. I want to see Clemens throw a javelin the way she's going right now. Here's the fourth opportunity. That looks to have a chance. Takes a nice bounce in there as well. And 5 points if you hit the center of the net, 3 points for the bounce, and 1 point if you hit the side of the net. And Josh Clemens did a pretty good job right there getting the softballs towards the net. Just the question is, what is the final number?
Yeah, we're going to have a 7 right there, so a new leader.
New leader with Clemens, with Velva Drake Anamoose. Holland had 4. Now it's Ava Seibel here from the Beulah Miners.
Yeah, Clemens able to bounce 2 into the net, accounting for 6 of the 7 points.
So she will be first in the clubhouse right now. Seibel, I think the biggest thing here is just trying to find ways to bounce one in once or twice, gift yourself a really good start, and then from there, Josh, get greedy and see if you can maybe rope one in for that big 5-pointer maybe at the very end.
They just don't want to be behind the 8 ball and chasing the entire time, but Seibel is hit net on all 3 now.
As Seibel throws from the right-hand side, there's a good bounce into the net, and she will have her 5th and final toss upcoming here. As Seibel, the 5th opportunity here. Really productive outing here for the Beulah Miners with Seibel, as they're going to give her 1 extra throw as well. As Seibel, the record for outfield throws is 17. Josh, what do we get there for Ava Seibel from the Beulah Miners?
Official score for Seibel is 7, as well as Clemens is 7, so a tie up top.
So you have a tie for 7 apiece here, as now it goes to the east, and a really good pitcher in Danica Rath will be coming on here, the future Cobber for Kinder Richland. Also McKenna Alexander of Cheyenne and Grace Weary as well of West Fargo. And now they will switch the University of North Dakota product coming on here for the East All-Stars. This now will be McKenna Alexander. So Alexander's first throw, that'll miss this side. So this will be McKenna Alexander of West Fargo, Cheyenne from center. Second opportunity hits it right between the eyes, if you will. And now you get the third opportunity here. Third one bounces it. Well, once is good, twice is better. Able to do that a couple of times. Here's the next toss. That one tailed a little bit away there for McKenna Alexander. Again, the leader is 7 with Clemens and Seibel. Can Alexander beat that here on her throws as that one hit the very bottom of the railing, and I believe that was 5 for the final line total here. Coming up for McKenna Alexander as Danica Rath will take her turn.
And we have a new leader. Alexander goes 8.
8 points for McKenna Alexander of West Fargo, Cheyenne. So the East currently with the lead, and now it's time to get greedy, if you will, if you're the East. Here's the slow roller there for Danica Rath as she's able to throw that one from center field. Took an extra bounce or 2. Second opportunity for Rath. Very similar, Josh. She's used to that circle, so she's thrown at the circle, and it's bouncing twice from there and getting some good hops. Here's the third opportunity from Rath as that'll miss. Fourth opportunity upcoming here for Danica Rath. Bounces right in front of the circle, and now she will get one more toss here for the East All-Stars. And Rath's toss, that one will miss the side. Trying to beat 7 to see if she can maybe get second or at least tie her teammates.
A little bit short. She comes up with 5 this time.
So you have 8 points for McKenna Alexander, 7 for Clemens and Ava Seibel. Now it's to Grace Weary of the West Fargo Packers coming on here to try to break 8 and take first, or at least, again, take 8 and have the East take 1 and 2 in this event. A couple of hops by Weary. Both times just kind of came a little bit farther off, almost like a slicing golf ball. Here's the opportunity for Weary on the third one. That is pure. Good bounce. Third toss there for Weary does result in some points. Takes a couple steps again. Weary a little more on this one. Bounces it there as well. And here is toss number 5 upcoming from Weary. as this one will miss the side of the netting, as I believe that was 5 there for Grace Weary. So if it stands now, Alexander with 8, Clemens and Seibel with 7. What do we got with Grace Weary here, Josh?
It's going to be 4.
So the East then would take first place with McKenna Alexander with 8. Then Clemens and Seibel would have 7 apiece respectively, as McKenna Alexander of West Fargo Cheyenne just did a good job early on, just kind of getting a couple of those 3 points and those bounces, and that really proved the dividends there and able to hit the net a couple of times on top of it.
Yeah, it was the outfielders that were the most consistent and just able to bounce those in instead of just trying to get them on the fly. Just being able to hit net on all 5 or 4 or 5, that was the difference.
So they're going to give the West 3 points with the tie with Clemens and Seibel, and then you're going to have 6 points coming here from the East with McKenna Alexander, and then 1 point for Danica Ratha as well, as it's now going to be 15 apiece, which means it's time for the Home Run Derby. We'll let you know about it next on your LiveEvent.com.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
As we continue on the skills competition, it'll be the Home Run Derby here. The East and the West currently tied at 15 apiece. This one is coming right down to the wire here for the Home Run Derby. Here's what you get for a home run. It's simple. It's 5 points. 3 points if you hit one 165 feet or farther. You can't really see it with our respective cameras here with some of the sun, but there is a yellow marker that goes from one foul pole to the other. And then 125 feet to 165 is 1 point. From the East, Danica Hansen, Rena Sandstrom, Kate Geisler, and Addie Rolstead. From the West, you'll have Ava Yanner, Ginger Savakul, Jersey Berg, and Callie Steffen here for the Home Run Derby. Going back to the outfield throwing contest, again, McKenna Alexander with 8 points for West Fargo Cheyenne, able to take first place. So first for the East, in the fastest runner with Riley Sandstrom. First for the West for Jersey Berg from Bismarck High, and then first from the East from McKenna Alexander of West Fargo Cheyenne, as this will be a couple of soft tosses here. And then it's just a matter of finding a way, if you're one of these two teams, if you take first, you win it, because, again, if you finish second and third, you can only get 4 points unless you have multiple members finish either second or third, as we just saw, again, with the outfield throwing competition. So realistically here, Josh, yeah, as much as you want to fill it up and do really well, you want to get first place, because as it stands right now, that would win you and yourself and the team the skills competition.
Yeah, one good performance here from either side is going to be the deciding factor. We'll see if Yanner can start it off well for the West.
Eva Yanner, the senior Class A athlete of the year. And we're hearing Mike Scogan saying you don't have to swing on every pitch. Kind of like the old home run derby days with Sammy Sosa, Mike McGuire, and Ken Griffey Jr. You could see 3 pitches go across as their own coach there, and Amanda Mickey really wound up and threw them pretty good. Here's the second one. That'll miss. And this isn't soft toss. Mickey's going, if you're going to win this, we're going to give you the good stuff. So 1 out so far here. Second one's going to be smoked to left center field, and that one's going to one-hop the wall. So for Yonder, able to get 3 points there. Second one's going to be short. Yonder, as we see in home run derbies a lot for a lot of particular batters, kind of trying to use that pull side of the field here. Yonder will hit this one back up the middle. right about the midway point of her at-bat in terms of outs. There's a high fly ball deep down the line to left, way back, and that is gone. Yonner with a home run, and she's got 8 points here for the West All-Stars. This will be a line drive, and it's a true homer there for Yonner. Her second one might not get all the way to the wall, but it will result in 3 points regardless. Yonner, we got her down for 11. That's it down the line. Look out, cameraman. He looks to be okay. Here's another opportunity. Yonner trying to go down the left field line again for another homer, and she's able to get 3 more points. And Yonner down for 14, I believe, Josh, on that one, and a big home run to left field as well.
Yes, you're good at math up there, Chase. Whoever's doing it probably wasn't Joey.
Joey is very good. He's worrying about the center field camera and going back and forth to see what we can see here, as now will be Ginger Savacool. So 14 points for Yonner. That's a nice little start, and you can see how those home runs really can propel. You get 2 home runs just like that, boom, you're in double digits with 10. As Savacool here from Renville County, having her own head coach, and Garrett Weibel going to be pitching to her. That's going to be close to a point. We'll see if they mark it a point or not, as this will be 2 swings here for the Mavericks senior. That'll be a line drive, looks to be a point there. 4th swing, that's got a jettison to left center. That'll be 3 points here for Ginger Savacool. Savacool sees this one miss a little outside here by Weibel. That's a uppercut swing by Savacool. Does it have the distance? Well, it has the distance for 3 points. Savacool hits this one on the ground, little soft liner. Next opportunity, Josh, look out for the foul balls here in this softball all-star series. That was coming right to you on the on-deck circle. Another one that'll miss inside.
Wasn't expecting it with a righty at the plate either.
Not at all with the righty at the plate. Savacool out in front. Again, trying to pull that one and see if he can hit it right down the line, as Yonner did for the home run. This is going to be hit to left center field. That'll be a point. The question is at 3, and it will be 3. So we got Savacool at least for 10 at the moment. Josh is going to be right around 10 or 11. There was one that was 50-50 on the line. What do we got down there with the official score?
Yep, going to be 10, Chase.
So 10. So Ava Yonner with 14. Savacool has 10. Now you have Jersey Berg and then Callie Steffen here for the Beulah Miners.
Next up from Bismarck High, Jersey Berg.
As Jersey Berg will be coming up to the plate now here for the Demons. Well, we knew that she could flash the leather. Now we'll see if she can hit the homer, as she was able to get a couple of double plays turned yesterday out in Bismarck. If you missed any of our coverage yesterday, simply go to our YouTube channel, Your Live Event, and search for the 2024 Shield Softball All-Star Series in Bismarck, or simply go to our website, yourliveevent.com as well, to watch on demand. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. This will be hit up the first baseline. Berg took about 3 pitches there before she wound up and tried to go after one, and so far is 0 for 2 in terms of points here with 2 swings. As Amanda Mickey from Dickinson, a rival in terms of high school softball when it goes from Dickinson and Bismarck. Those 2 teams and programs have had some fierce rivals out west over the last couple of years, whether it's been at state or during the regular season. Here will be 4 outs so far, or 4 swings, how you want to look at it. Now we're at the midway point with 5. So Berg will have to get something in the outfield here for the first point or 2, and then see if she can really get things going. Well, this one will help. There's a fly ball that'll go out to left center field, and that will be a point. So see if that can be a little bit of a catapult here for Berg. There's a good line drive. Now that's back-to-back swings resulting in a point. She's got 2. Then the East All-Stars will be up next. We'll get to our Game 3 of the Rubber Series at around 6:30 tonight here on yourliveevent.com. This is going to be a line drive shot. That'll be down for a point here for Berg. Next opportunity going to be to left center field. That one's got a little room, and that one, well, that was close to the camera. Look out, Jersey. She's got 8. Another home run would give her 13. And Berg wants possibly 13, almost got it. As we alluded to, you just get that first point on the board. Berg with double digits there, Josh. A nice little rally coming there by the Demon.
Yeah, Berg comes up with 11 after having none through the first 5 swings. So asked for pitches a little bit higher. She got it, and she delivered.
Our outfield camera was about 5 feet from being a Berg sandwich, by the way, as this one will go to right center. 3 points here for Steffen. That's the first one we've seen for the opposite field variety here from the West All-Stars at the plates. That's going to be right up the middle, but a line drive that will miss. Here's another opportunity. So far 3 at-bats for Steffen, has 3 points. And as we said, if you hit a homer, it can really catapult your score in a short amount of time. As this will also be looked on, we'll still get to the East having a chance. So far, the leader is 14 points with Ava Yanner. That's all that matters at this moment, unless there is a multiple tie with players in our respective team to get a couple extra points. This will be hit up the third base line. That'll go for no points. This one will be hit to right field, trying to make its way for 3. It will be a full 3 points there for Steffen. She's currently got 6 points on the way. Steffen, you hit a homer, you hit 11, you hit another homer, just like that, you're in the lead, but hey, you'll take a point regardless. There's now to 7, and she's got 2 more swings to go. This will potentially be 3 points, and it looks to be 3 points. Double digits with 10. This one going out to straightaway center field. It's in a tail, and that'll drop in there. We got her down for a baker's dozen there, Josh. Maybe it could be 11. But either way, a nice round for the West All-Stars.
Yeah, Steffen moves into second place, 1 point behind Yanner with a baker's dozen, 13.
So 13 points there on the way for Steffen. So Ava Yanner with the home run has 14. Steffen has 13. The 11 for Jersey Berg from Bismarck High in third, and then Savakul in double digits with 10. Just showing you how dominant Logan Gronberg was for Bismarck High in 2022. She had 38. Just to show you again how you hit those 5 home runs, you get about 25 points. Then you spray a 1-pointer here, you spray a 3-pointer there, Josh. Not to say that we didn't see really good performances here by the respective batters, but that just shows you that's a record that might not be touched for a while in the home run derby.
Yeah, that's some Giancarlo Stanton 77 home runs in the Derby type stuff right there. 38 is an incredible performance, and we'll see if anyone can come close to touching it on the East.
As now the East All-Stars, they will have the opportunities with Danica Hansen, Raina Satcham, Kate Geisler, and Addie Rolstead. As for the Mayport CG Patriots catcher, Raina Satcham heading to NDSU for nursing will be coming on here. So what the East All-Stars need to do is try to beat 14. It doesn't matter how, but if you beat 14, you're going to take the series. If you don't, the West with Ava Yanner's 14 will take this skills competition. Satcham, 1 pitch, 1 out. Another opportunity. That's a fly ball. That'll be 3 on the way here for Satcham. Satcham hits one out to center field again. This will be another 3-pointer as 2 swings, and she's got 6 points. My Fargo Shanley Deacon math would say you don't need to hit a home run if you get 3 points all 10 times. You would get 30 points. That would, do the distance as well.
We got Danica Hansen at the plate right now.
Oh, excuse me. Danica Hansen, excuse me. I was looking at Raina Satcham as it had this switched up here. So this is Danica Hansen, excuse me. Good catch there, Josh. As on my notes, we will switch that around to 6 points here for Danica Hansen. So Danica Hansen here from the Mayport CG Patriots. Hits a high fly ball. That'll be out to right center field. That's another 3 points there for Hansen. And this will be a shot to left center. I tell you what, 3 points starting to mat him up. She's at 12. Trying to beat 14. Another 3-pointer would do it. Raina Satcham again then due up after that with Geisler and Addie Rolstead. And if she hits another 3-pointer, might not matter in terms of the final. Ooh, there was a big swing there by Hansen. Did see her hit a 2-run homer in the state softball tournament with her teammate Riley Satcham as well for the Patriots. This will be hitting the air. That might do it if it gets a little more distance to it, and it does. Danica Hansen, Josh, a well-efficient round even without hitting a home run. I think she's going to be close to around 15.
Yeah, that's it right there, Chase. 15 points.
There's the clubhouse leader with 15, and again, you needed to win the Derby for either team, and right now the East has won the Derby with 15 points with Danica Hansen.
It's going to be 16, actually.
So give her 16 points, excuse me. There's a fly ball on the way. Here is the opportunity for Raina Satram. Just like her teammate moments ago, having the chance to get a couple of points via the three-pointer. There's a shot to left center field. That's got some distance way back, and that'll be another three-pointer on the way, as this will be hit towards right, and that'll be another three-pointer. What is it with these Patriot girls that know how to get 3 points in this home run derby?
Yeah, they're taking advantage of some pitches, and we're starting to see some girls go the other way now with power to the opposite field.
As Raina Satram might be the leader in the clubhouse by the time she's done here. That looks to potentially, ooh, that was nearly an extra point. Just missed, but this one is going to be a shot to left center, and that'll hop right in front of the camera. Here's another chance for Raina Satram. We currently got her unofficially for 15 points. This one is going to go, and that's going to be 16 now. Trying to beat her teammate, Danica Hansen. And she'll have one more opportunity here to swing, as she does. And Josh, I think we might have a tie in the clubhouse here with a couple of Patriots with Hansen and Satram.
Yes, we've got 16 apiece.
Oh, there you go. A couple of Mayport CG Patriots teammates playing nice with each other on the same team. 16 points apiece. Now it's to Kate Geisler here for West Fargo Cheyenne and Addie Rolstead. Geisler will be our first lefty as this one goes right back through, and look out in the circle on the way there with Spurgeon and Tatro, the head coaches. Greta nearly had to hop out of that particular swing, as this will be laced. Been a good base knock in a regular game, but for a home run derby, that counts as an out. That's the thing, home run derby, you're trying to get that uppercut swing, something that you can at least line somewhere bare minimum here. And we still got game 3 of the series coming up here later after the conclusion of this. And also we'll hear from some of our winners on this particular one as well. And here's going to be a grounder. There's another one that goes for an out. More opportunities upcoming here for Geisler, trying to get on the board with a three-pointer like her East teammates with Hansen and Satram. Well, Geisler doing a good job hitting them all around the infield here. Now I'm just looking to get something about 150 feet in the outfield. A couple of good barrels of the ball, as this will go to the backstop here, and we still will have Addie Rolstead due up next. There's a good swing. That'll go to left center field, and that one nearly clipped the camera. Joey, let's go to camera 2, make sure that that is still up. Thank goodness, as otherwise Kate Geisler might have won the home run derby regardless of points. That was a big 5-pointer at the end.
I mean, she barreled balls up the entire time, but then decided to just go yard on the last one, and our camera nearly went yard as well.
Our camera was maybe about a half a foot from saying goodnight. That's all that I know, is now Addie Rolstead comes up to the plate. I told Tim Howe here yesterday, if someone hit the camera in Bismarck, we might have to give someone like a gift card somewhere to say, hey, congratulations on doing damage to our own equipment. We really appreciate it. And it's all in good fun.
We were that close to having it right there.
As Josh, what was the final there again for Kate Geisler? Was it 5 points?
I believe it was 5.
Okay, 5 points. As now we have Addie Rolstead. Oh, geez, all of a sudden, 5 points. I would have probably given her plus 15 if she belted out the camera. That's will go left center field. That'll be down for a point there for Addie Rolstead. Rolstead will hit one down. As now Hansen and Satram currently again tied at 16. This will be a nice fillet out to left center. I'll be in there for 3 points. Regardless, the East is going to win the team overall challenge. As again, they needed from the West or the East someone as to win the championship, as this will be off the wall. 3 points here to Addie Rolstead. Casselton, home of the EDC softball tournament this season, and that'll be in for another point here for Addie Rolstead. So Ava Yonner led the West with 14, a pair of 16s for Hansen and Satram. Geisler with 5, and Rolstead with
8.
8. Addie Rolstead finishes with 8. So a pair of 16s again for Hansen and Satram, and then 14 for Ava Yonner. And we might have a swing off here between a couple of East All-Stars to get the final conclusion of this one. But regardless, the East All-Stars will be your skills competition winners, and it makes sense. They won the fastest runner with Riley Satram. They won the outfield throwing contest with McKenna Alexander. The West All-Stars took it with Jersey Berg in the infield throwing, and here in the Home Run Derby, Hansen and Satrom with a pair of 16ths. So the East All-Stars are going to be the champs here in this one.
Well, we're also going to determine a singular Home Run Derby champ, sending both Hansen and Satrom back to the plate for 5 more swings.
So more opportunities here as Mayport CG, what they did between those two particular batters was hit a lot of 3-pointers. That's a 1-pointer, and that'll be nearly a 1 to 3-pointer there. Another opportunity for the East All-Stars with Danica Hansen, as that'll be in there for a point. So she's got 3 swings and she's at least recorded a point on all of them. Her 4th swing, that one has a little giddy up out to left, as that'll be down for 3 points. And another opportunity here for Danica Hansen. 5th swing upcoming. If you can get a home run, oh, that could be large here for Hansen. 5th swing upcoming for Hansen. This will be hit high in the air to right field, and that'll be down for another point. So not a bad round in 5 swings for Hansen, Josh. She was able to get a point in at least every swing that she swung.
Yeah, a pair of 3s and then 3 1s for 9 total for Hansen. We'll see if Satrom can outdo her.
So 9 points there for Hansen as it goes to Raina Satrom now, as Satrom hits one in the air to left center field, and our camera is getting peppered again. That was 5 points across the way. What is it with these East All-Stars liking left center field? Here's the opportunity for another one. That's going to the scoreboard. That's a little more friendly, as this will be in there for 3 points. Now she needs one more 3 or a homer. Satrom, this could possibly be the 3-pointer. Oh, that's down for 1. Regardless, it was another point. Here's a line drive shot. That'll go for, it looks like, 3. Double digits here for Raina Satrom, and she's down to her final swing, it looks like here. And Raina Satrom, what that home run looks like to be your 2024 individual home run derby, but we'll wait for the final line total as Josh is down there talking with the judges.
Hey, your home run derby champion is Raina Satrom with 12 points in the final round.
Raina Satrom able to take it with 12 points. Danica Hansen again finishing second with 9 on the swing up, but they finished with 16 in the first round. Then Ava Yanner is going to be getting the 1 point from Dickinson. So the West will finish with 16, while the East will finish with 23. It'll be 23-16. We'll hear from some of the All-Stars participating in these particular events next on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's the most prestigious, challenging, rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
As a kid growing up, man, all I wanted to do was grow up and get a chance to be on a major league field and have my Rawlings.
It's an honor to represent Gold Glove just because there's a lot of great players that I have, and I just want to be one of them.
Not just your traditional glove, different, unique, and special.
I love my Rawlings glove, and I wear it every day.
Something I envisioned since I was a little kid with my dad practicing every single day, and definitely wanted that patch.
As we come back here with the Home Run Derby champions here, as they had to have the swing off with a couple of Mayport CG Patriots, Danica Hansen and Raina Satrom standing by with their own Josh Boyko. Josh, take it away.
Thanks, Chase. Raina Satrom and Danica Hansen here with me. And guys, what was it like being able to go against each other off in that final swing off there?
It was fun, just like practice. Yeah, it's just a lot of time in the cages paid off just to face each other.
And you guys both had 16 through that first round, which was tops of the field. What was the strategy going out there in the first round?
Not to swing and miss, even though I did, but it's okay. Just getting solid contact for sure, yeah.
And was there any particular strategy to getting like some extra lift off on the ball and getting more fly balls out to the outfield?
You know, in games, getting pop-ups aren't really what you want to do, but it was okay getting a pop-up in this competition.
Yeah, just picking like the lower half of the zone, not as high ones.
And then talk about being able to do this, a teammate here, just a couple of Mayport CG representatives here in this finale. What does it mean to you guys to be the representatives for this?
It's pretty cool, especially that we have multiple from our school, so it shows a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Roll Pats.
You heard it right there, Chase.
Yeah, thank you very much, Josh, here. And again, their teammate in Riley Satcham was the fastest home-to-home runner as well. We're going to take one more break. We'll put a bow on the 2024 skills competition next.
It's the summer sale at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro. All Versamax and Cargo Max trailers at summer sale prices. Plus, you get up to an additional $250 rebate on Cargo Max trailers. Bloomfield Enterprise has the 10.5, 12.5, and 14.5 Versamax trailers. Stop by to look and purchase with large discounts, or call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. The summer sale on Versamax and Cargo Max trailers ends June 30th at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro.
The best part about being a Reading Corps tutor is having that one-on-one relationship with kids.
A high five here, or a smile there. When I get that smile back, it fills my heart.
Being a Reading Corps tutor has been the most rewarding thing I've ever done, and I was an RN for 15 years.
Outside of my family, this has been the greatest experience of my life.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
On our Dakota Heritage Bank team scoreboard, the East All-Stars again with a 23-16 win over the West All-Stars. Dakota Heritage Bank sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhbanknd.com. It's now time to get to our abbreviated Petro Stopping Center post-game show. The Petro Stopping Center, your one-stop travel hub for all of your road trip needs. Let them roll out the VIP treatment today. From summer gear to a wide selection of food to everything in between, they got you covered on 45th Street and I-94 in Fargo. Here's a recap. Fastest runner with a brand new record in the Scheels Softball All-Star Series, Riley Satcham of Mayport CG with a 10.98 seconds around the bases. The infield throwing accuracy goes to Jersey Berg of Bismarck as she takes first place in the Lone West All-Star competition that they won. On the eastern side, they came back to win the outfield throwing competition with 8 points of McKenna Alexander from West Fargo Cheyenne. Then you had a swing-off in the home run derby with a couple of Patriots there with Danica Hansen and Raina Satcham, and Raina Satcham able to take the top prize for first. So that is, again, a look at our Petro Stopping Center post-game show. Coming up, we'll step aside for about 5 minutes. When we come back after this at about 6:05 to closer to 6:10 once we get the official. Again, it's supposed to be scheduled at 6:30. Might be a little bit later after that, after this All-Star Series wrapped up. But around 6:30 or so will be first pitch of game number 3 of the Scheels Softball All-Star Series, as this will be the rubber match. East won the first, West won the second. We'll see who wins the third and wins the 2024 Softball Series. That does it for our Petro Stopping Center post-game show. We're going to step aside for just a few moments and about 5 to 10 minutes return here for our pregame of the game number 3 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
back to Cost Field in Casselton as we have just completed our skills competition for the East and West All-Stars. Josh Boyko alongside Chase Miller and Joey Hughes here with you in Casselton, where the East All-Stars take home the first place for the skills competition as they clinch it with the home run derby competition at the end. Your winners for the skills competitions for first from home to home plate running time, Riley Satchram sets a record with 10.98 seconds, an all-time record for this competition, the first sub-11 second home to home time in the Scheels All-Star Softball Series. So Satchram from the East wins competition number 1. Then McKenna Alexander and Jersey Berg of the West take the infield and outfield competitions. Berg of the West takes the infield competitions, and then Raina Satchram able to take the home run derby in a swing-off with her teammate Danica Hansen at the end. So the East takes the skills competition early here tonight, and as we've still got our 7-inning game coming up here on the Norman County Raceway and Red River Valley Speedway pregame show. You can check out the World of Outlaws late models on June 29th in Ada. Tickets now available at normancountyraceway.com. So yes, the East takes the skills competition, and now we get ready for our rubber match as these teams are tied 1-1 after they played 2 7-inning ball games yesterday out in Bismarck. The East snapped the 9-game win streak of the West All-Star team, and they snapped it with an 8-2 victory, but then the West comes back with a 6-3 win in the second game from Bismarck. We'll get the box scores to you from those games and the expectations for this game when we come back after this.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
It's the summer sale at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsborough. All VersaMax and CargoMax trailers are at summer sale prices. They have 11-foot and 13-foot CargoMax trailers, all discounted in price during the summer sale. And Bloomfield Enterprise still has a large inventory of Big-Tex utility trailers. Stop by to look and purchase with large discounts, or call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. The summer sale on VersaMax and CargoMax trailers ends June 30th at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsborough.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
And welcome back to the pregame show here from the Scheels All-Star Softball Series from Cost Field, brought to you by the Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo. Friday night races start at 7 o'clock, and check out the World of Outlaws Sprint Cars on August 24th. For more information, go to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com, and you can listen to racing on the radio Friday nights on 106.5 KRJB FM of Ada, and I'll be on the call for that. Back there this Friday, looking forward to some more solid racing from the fairgrounds. Ty Wilkie, a couple of series wins in both the NX Legends and the Sprints last week, and really good 4-car action in the Legends in that last outing there for the NX Legends at the fairgrounds in West Fargo. So get yourself some tickets to that and enjoy that from the Speedway. But we've got game number 3 here between these two teams that are just getting acclimated with each other as they split 1 game apiece with each other, 8-2 and 6-3, your finals in games numbers 1 and 2. And Chase Miller, we'll bring you in right now. What did you see yesterday, and what were some of the highlights for you?
Yeah, you saw in game number 1 the East coming back after being down at 2-0, able to get some runs in the middle part of the particular contest. Did not see a lot of extra base hits totally. More singles, obviously putting the ball in play, seeing a lot of stolen bases, and then obviously when you're kind of seeing different teams, there's not a lot of signs and not a lot of squeeze plays, if you will, coming down. But for the most part, 2 really clean games, about an hour and a half, really good pitching from both. I got to see Savicool pitch a ton, obviously from the West as well with Bismarck Century with Ashlyn Schumacher. From the East, got to see a little bit from Riley Santrum making her way out there with Danica Hansen as well. And we got to see 4 innings of really good work from Grace Weary in game number 1 in relief to come back and pick up the win. So I think overall, Josh, it wasn't that the pitchers were so much better than the hitters or the hitters were so much better than the pitchers. I believe there was only 4, maybe 5 strikeouts in those 2 games combined, but it's not a lot of things where we didn't see a ton of errors. Able to get 60 feet on stolen bases, particularly with runners at the corners with that trail runner going from first to second. And I think we're going to see a lot of that here tonight. And then also it's something we haven't said in a while is an opportunity to try to win a series for a rubber game. The East won the first 4 the first 2 years. They only played 2 games, and then they went to a 3-game series since. And since it's been a 3-game series, we haven't really talked too much about a rubber match for the final game here of the series, as the West won 9 straight before game 1 win yesterday for the East here, Josh.
Yeah, a rubber match indeed, and something we haven't seen in a while. So we're already making a little bit of history out here with some fastest base times with Satrum earlier tonight, and then a stolen base record as well in this series, as we have seen Jenna Decker from Dickinson swipe 6 bags already in the first 2 games, so keep an eye on that for her to add to her total. We'll see if we can break any more records here when we come back on our pregame show, brought to you by the Norman County and Red River Valley Speedway.
The Norman County Fair, June 19th through 22nd, Ada, Minnesota. FFA Day with Eli Alger and the Faster Horses performing in concert. There's a salute to veterans with special music and a tribute from Operation Check 6. Racing, school bus races, free shows and attractions for all ages. Fun games in the Mighty Thomas Carnival on the Midway. It's where summer begins and the fun never ends. Free gate admission. The Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 19th through 22nd. Visit normancountyfair.com.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street at I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Visit us today at any of our 6 locations.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to our pregame show here today, brought to you by the Norman County Raceway. Check out the World of Outlaws late models on June 29th in Ada. Tickets available now at normancountyraceway.com. And let's take a look at some of the box scores now from yesterday's action on Monday, June the 3rd. The East All-Stars take game one 8-2. They put up 8 runs on 10 hits, only commit 1 error. The West put up 2 runs on 6 hits, committing 2 errors. But right at the top of the lineup, it stands out, Ella Weipert with a 3 RBI day. And Weipert, her offensive production alone was enough to take down the West in game number 1. So Weipert played a solid center field, gets 2 hits, 3 RBIs. And then just other stat lines sticking out, Satchram with the 2 RBI day, as well as a walk. She got 1 hit and a run scored in her couple at bats, so a good day for Satchram in game number 1. And then the pitching-wise, Satchram goes 3 innings, gives up 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 3, and struck out 2. And then Grace Weary took over from there and was nearly perfect. Did not give up any runs, just walked a couple batters, gave up a couple hits, struck out 4. So Weary, with 4 shutout innings, slams the door on the West's winning streak. Grace Savacool went 6 2/3 innings, and we might see her later today. See if she is back out on the mound at some point, but we'll get to our starting lineups for that later. And then in game 2, a 6-3 win for the West All-Stars. They put up 6 runs on 9 hits, did not commit any errors. And Jersey Berg was a big reason of why they were able to win that game. Turned a couple of double plays in that game that thwarted threats by the East. So Jersey Berg was a big mark on that game. And the top of that lineup for the West, the top 5 batters all had 1 RBI. So Decker, Berg, Anderson, Savacool, and Yonner all driving in a run. And then Seibel at the very bottom of the lineup also drove in a run as well. So just solid production through and through in game number 2 for the West, and their defense hangs on for a 6-3 ball game win at the end, as they ran into a little bit of trouble with the East putting together a 2-run rally in the 7th inning. But they hang on and tie the series up at 1 game apiece. The rubber game is coming up in just a few minutes around the break.
Check out the YourLiveEvent.com free stage powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Inc. at the Red River Valley Fair. With a full lineup of great performers and shows each day, you'll enjoy live entertainment from Quick 56, Ashley Weiland, Slamabama, and more. The Red River Valley Fair is 3 weekends from June 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th. For entertainment schedules and more information on the YourLiveEvent.com free stage, check out RedRiverValleyFair.com. That's RedRiverValleyFair.com.
Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Get ready for racing this Friday night at 7 at the Red River Valley Speedway. Family fun for everyone. This week it's the IMCA Modified Bison Battle, sponsored by Casey's, Corey's Car Care Center, Finley Motorsports, and I-29 Trailer Sales. For details, log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com.
The best part about being a reading corps tutor is having that one-on-one relationship with kids.
A high five here, or a smile there. When I get that smile back, it fills my heart.
Being a reading corps tutor has been the most rewarding thing I've ever done, and I was an RN for 15 years.
Outside of my family, this has been the greatest experience of my life.
Welcome back to the pregame show here, presented to you by the Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo. Friday night races starting at 7 o'clock, and check out the World of Outlaws Sprint Cars on August 24th. For more information, go to redrivervalleyspeedway.com. As we are getting the lineup exchange here from the coaches and the umpires at home plate as we get ready for the rubber matchup here from Cost Field in Casselton, home of Central Cass Squirrels softball, in the final game and action of the Scheels All-Star Series tournament here. And Chase Miller, what stood out to you from the skills competition earlier tonight, and what do you expect going forward in game number 3 tonight?
Yeah, game number 3 I'm most interested in the pitcher circle here with Grace Weary from the West Fargo Packers. Obviously 4 innings of really good work, as you alluded to earlier here, Josh, in the pregame show, having an opportunity to pitch here like she did in the EDC softball tournament a few weeks ago. And then from the Western standpoint, going to be interesting too. Really the off-speed pitch was really working for Bismarck Century's Ashlyn Schumacher, who's going to be in the circle as well to start things off. So Schumacher for Bismarck Century, Grace Weary for West Fargo. Very interested in that particular pitching matchup with those two going up against each other. And then nothing really, I guess, stood out in terms of anything big outside of having the one opportunity there with Riley Satcham breaking the record with, having a sub-11 around the base pass in terms of seconds. But everything else kind of was pretty ho-hum for the most part, pretty equal teams, which is why we're getting to game 3 of the series of the rubber match, Josh. I thought everything was pretty equal between the two sides in that skills competition.
And we got a couple good pitchers going in the circle today that had good success yesterday. And one of those being Weary, and talk about how she was able to shut down that West lineup in game number 1 a little bit.
Yeah, she just was able to elevate, able to get to the zone, able to do all the little things well. So we'll see what Weary can do again the second time around, especially when these batters get to see each other. And it's also different, as we alluded to, Josh, with the starting lineups coming up here, that you're not seeing a true 1 through 9. It's a 1 through 12 or a 1 through 14. So the batters might only get to see Weary one time if it's a 3-up, 3-down inning by the time you maybe throw someone else out there. So you really get maybe 1, maybe 2 good looks at a pitcher in this particular All-Star event.
And let's get to our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Live the sweet life. Great careers, quality products, grower owned, crystalsugar.com. And first, let's get to the West All-Stars. Their lineup, 1 through 13 it runs. Jenna Decker is playing center field. Jersey Berg is at shortstop. Ellington Anderson is in left field. Saw her have that cannon out field assist in game number 1. Then Ginger Savicool, we've seen her in the circle, but she'll be at first base. Then Ava Yanner not in the field. Callie Steffen bats 6th at third base. Savannah Gustafson behind the plate. Ashlyn Schumacher will be in the circle for the West All-Stars. Then Sienna Clemens will bat 9th. Hallie Gullett 10th. And then in right field will be Shaylee Holland. Maddox Falk will be at second base. Then Ava Seibel rounds out the 13 hitter lineup for the West. And then for the Eastern All-Stars, they will send out Addie Rolstad, and she will be catching. Then Grace Weary will be in the circle. Then Danica Hansen will bat 3rd, not in the field. Then Ella Weipert from in center. Sydney Schwabe in left. Raina Satram will bat 6th, not in the field. Then Kate Geisler will be at shortstop. McKenna Alexander in right. Danica Rath will hit 9th. Brea Mauk at second base. Riley Satram at first. Avery Ammerman will be at 3rd. And then rounding out the lineup will be Riley McQuillan and Grace Fletchock on the bench to start. But we'll see a lot of changes very likely throughout this game. It's about the 3rd, 4th inning when the coaches will start to make some wholesale line changes out there, and we'll keep you posted on those. We'll step aside now, as those have been your American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. First pitch is coming up after this.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
It's the summer sale at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro. All Versamax and Cargo Max trailers are at summer sale prices. They have 11-foot and 13-foot Cargo Max trailers, all discounted in price during the summer sale. And Bloomfield Enterprise still has a large inventory of Big-Tex utility trailers. Stop by to look and purchase with large discounts, or call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. The summer sale on Versamax and Cargo Max trailers ends June 30th at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
This is your livelihood, and success requires a seed partner that's just as committed as you are. Just like you, we're farmers first, so our values are rooted just as deep and our goals are just as strong. Our team is ready to hit your fields, so no matter what each growing season brings, we'll get through it together. It's who we are. Thunderseed, first in the field.
Welcome to Cost Field from Central Cass High School here in Casselton, North Dakota, host of Day 2 of the Scheels All-Star Softball Tournament, as we've got a rubber matchup coming up, a 1-1 tie in the series, something we haven't really had a whole lot of lately, and we're going to see if we can decide it here tonight. We'll have a decent-looking night of softball ahead of us. It was a little bit cloudier for the skills competition, had some rain roll through earlier this Tuesday afternoon, but right now everything is looking pretty good, and we'll get to our interviews throughout today, brought to you by Hillsboro EDC, and Chase Miller is standing by with Grace Fletchock for our first one of the night.
Thank you very much, Josh. Yeah, joining us now is Grace Fletchock here, having an opportunity to play on her home diamond one more time, and before she kind of turns in both the jersey that is red and her actual jersey red and black here one more time. Grace, just take us through so far 24 hours of this event, the 2 games yesterday, the bags, and obviously some of the skills competition. What are some memories that you made so far here in the Scheels Softball All-Star Series?
It was pretty fun to win yesterday because the East hadn't won in a long time before that, so just to break the streak and just hang out with all these girls, they're all super nice.
Going into this particular event, was there someone that you saw on the roster that you were looking forward to having on your team for a change, that was a Region 1 athlete, or maybe someone that was in the EDC that you haven't really had an opportunity to play with before in softball?
Yeah, well, Grace Weary, she's pitching right now. We're really good friends, and we play volleyball together, JO volleyball together, so it was good to play with her.
And moving forward here, Grace, you're heading to the University of Minnesota, major in biology. What made the U of M and biology be something you want to kind of continue to study a little bit?
Yeah, well, biology has always just interested me, and I wanted to take the pre-med route, help others, and just go to Minnesota for a change.
And for this particular event, what does it mean to have one more game at Casselton, your home here for Central Cass softball?
Yeah, it just means a lot to just play here one last time. My teammates are over there practicing right now, so it means a lot having them here too.
For the future couple of years of softball players, if someone asks you what has it been like, in this particular event, what would be a reason why someone should play in this next year or years to come? With a very youthful event, only about 7-8 years old, with this, why should someone partake in this moving forward?
Well, have it really well organized, and it's really fun just to play with different people too. So I think it's just a good opportunity just to have fun and just show your skills.
Last thing, a favorite softball memory of all time is what? What's your favorite softball memory of all time?
My favorite softball memory of all time would have to be winning state my freshman year and getting the last out.
That's pretty good. Grace, congratulations. Best of luck at University of Minnesota coming up in the fall.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Again, Grace Fletchock, let's toss it back to you, Josh.
Thanks, Jason. That was your interview from Grace Fletchock, brought to you by the Hillsborough EDC. Hillsborough has great jobs, school, business, and recreation. Raise your family in a nice neighborhood. Lots available to build your dream house with a great location on I-29. There's more at 104. And we just saw some damage to the scoreboard out there in left center field. The Welcome to Cost Field sign just took a beating as Jersey Berg teed off right there against Grace Weary, and that is the first home run of this series here at Chase Miller. Jersey Berg able to launch one over the left center field wall.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Josh, on that. Yeah, Grace Weary. I was talking to Grace Fletchock at the time when that was happening, so you had a better view than I did. Grace goes, let's step outside so we don't get hit by a foul ball. So I was like, sounds good. And then I heard a loud crack, and there was a home run. So there you go.
Yes, 1-0 with the West All-Stars striking first. A bunt laid down here, picked up in foul territory as Ellington Anderson was hustling up the first base line. A ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. A line out to Decker from Decker on the 5-3 putout, and then Jersey Berg homers in the second at bat of the game. Weary delivers and chops this one foul. Anderson, the lefty, stands in. Playing left field, has a really good arm as she put on display in game number 1. Threw out a runner at home plate on an almost surefire RBI single as she takes up and in now to even the count at 2. 4 shutout innings from Weary in her Game 1 Bismarck outing. Has already given up 1 run here and now misfires high to fill the count at 3-2 on Ellington Anderson. Ginger Savacool awaits on deck in the cleanup spot. The 3-2 missing high, and that will send Anderson down to first base. Anderson participated in the fastest runner competition earlier tonight. Anderson out of Minot ran an 11.36 as her fastest time, and that was good enough for second place and a few points in the skills competition. Takes a big lead, but it is going to stay put on the first pitch to Ginger Savacool, the first baseman for the West. That pitch will get the outer third of the plate. Savacool from Renville County put up 10 points in the home run derby. 3 of those, she had 3 hits to the warning track area. This ball is off the glove at shortstop. It's going to be first and third now. So a searing line drive that kicks off the glove of Kate Geisler at shortstop, and it'll put runners at the corners for the West, already pushing a run across and now threatening for more. Ava Yonner will come to the plate now after the single for Savacool. Ground ball, third base. It'll be foul. That was right over the bag right there, with Ammerman playing third and the runner Anderson right on the bag as well. Crowded area. No balls and a strike. Weary delivers to Yonner. inside for a ball. Savakul travels down to second. Yonner was the leading scorer for the home run derby for the West with 14 points. That was good enough for third place for the Dickinson native. A 1-2 count. Swung on, towering pop-up out of play to the left side now. Yonner trying to get some lift off like she did in that home run derby and at least have a productive out in advance. A runner home with Anderson standing on third and Savakul at second. Weary delivers, just missed high and tight. That's a tough pitch to fend off right there, and Yonner lets it go. Evens the count at 2 now. Fouled straight back and out of play. Count stays even. Weary battling hard out there in the circle. The West Fargo Packer plans to major in business at the University of Minnesota next year, but she's focused on getting out the Dickinson native at the plate in Yonner. Full count now. Weary laboring a little bit in this first inning, and she's going to lose Yonner to the walk now after being ahead 1-2, and it's going to fill the bases. And we thought, we were thinking a little bit before this game that maybe this might be the breakout game for both of these offenses. I mean, the 8 up the middle, a base hit. This is going to plate 1 run, and everyone's going to go up 60 feet station to station, make it a 2-0 ball game now on the RBI single from Callie Steffen. Yeah, I was just going to say, the offenses are starting to come into their own right now, and this might be one of those higher scoring games as Steffen plates the second run for the West in the top of the first. Savannah Gustafson at the plate, fouls off the first pitch. Out of play to the right side, no balls and the strike. Here's the 0-1 offering from Weary. Winds up, fires, and gets a strike on that inside corner with Gustafson standing pretty close to that plate. Gustafson trying to add on to an already multi-run inning. The 0-2 pitch fouled off out of play back behind us. Gustafson from Mandan plans to attend Bismarck State College to play softball and major in either OT or PT. She's planning on fighting off an 0-2 pitch here, and she does just that, chopping it foul at the plate. Good offerings from Weary in this at-bat. 3 pitches all around the plate from the West Fargo Packer ace. Missing a little bit low, dug out, and it's a 1-2 count to Gustafson now. Gustafson behind the plate come the bottom of the first inning, has played a good job at catcher in this series. This ball is hit to center field. Catch will be made out there in center, and the runners will not tag either as the relay throw gets cut off at home plate. So the runners stay put after a solid defensive effort by Ella Weipert in center field. There's now 2 down. The bases are still, it's still 2-0 is what it is. There wasn't a sacrifice fly there. So an F8 off the bat of Gustafson. Now it's Ashlyn Schumacher, the opposing pitcher, stepping in to face Weary. First pitch strike. Good sign for Weary. Already walked a couple in this inning in Ellington Anderson and Ava Yonner. Pop up right side. Satrum's going to chase this one to the dugout, out of play.
I didn't run after that one like you did yesterday, Josh. That one was close, though, about 5 feet away.
Get your steps in, Chase. You're gonna be getting them in for 7 innings, it sounds like.
In fairness, I kind of lost it in the sun, and once I said I lost it, I'm not going to go after it.
Yeah, no sliding attempts from the Chase Miller as of yet. 1-2 the count. Weary's just one good pitch away from getting out of the inning with just 2 runs allowed. Again, the scoring tally so far with Jersey Berg, the second batter of the game, goes yard off the left center field scoreboard to make it 1-0, and then Callie Steffen with an RBI single with the bases loaded makes it 2-0. But a big out off the bat of Gustafson, which might have been deep enough to score a sacrifice fly, but Savakul stayed put at third. Up the middle, this is into center field, a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the second. Throw to the plate is cut off at the catcher position, and it's a 2-run single off the bat of Ashlyn Schumacher.
That just sounded good. That was definition of barreled up right back up the middle, and a really big hit for the West to try to separate themselves a little bit early on here in the first inning from the East All-Stars.
Yeah, separation indeed right there. I mean, if you get away with a 2-run inning, the East is feeling better getting into the dugout. First pitch strike from Weary there to Sienna Clemens. But now it's a 4-0 game, and this is about the largest inning we've seen from any one side through the first 3 games. Pulled the string on that off-speed pitch, inducing a swing and a miss now on Clemens. It's 0-2. Weary rocks and fires. Misses down to make it a 1-2 count. Runners still at first and second base, but 4 runs have been plated. Berg has come around to score. Anderson has come around. Savakul and Yanner. Grounded to short, and the tag will be applied on the way to third base, but not before a 4 spot goes up in the top of the first in favor of the West All-Stars. So Geisler with that last put out, and we head to the bottom of the first. 4-0 West on top.
When it comes to your next outdoor project, let the team at Turf Tamers take care of you. Turf Tamers provides the professional services and is your one-stop shop for turning your dirt yard into a beautiful oasis. When you choose Turf Tamers, you can trust that your outdoor spaces are in the hands of skilled professionals who truly care about creating beautiful landscapes. For a quote or more information, go online to turftamersfargo.com. That's turftamersfargo.com.
To the bottom of the first we go. The East All-Stars coming to bat for the first time tonight after giving up 4 runs in the field, and they will send Addie Rolstad, Grace Weary, and Danica Hansen guaranteed to the plate as the top 3 hitters in the lineup. Ella Weipert and Sydney Schwabe would be the next 2 due up if a couple reached. And in the circle, it's going to be Ashlyn Schumacher. Schumacher making another appearance here as we saw her in day number 1 in Bismarck. And Chase, talk about what you saw from Schumacher in day number 1 in Bismarck.
Yeah, Ashlyn didn't really have a lot of strikeouts, but she didn't have a lot of walks. She did a really good job. Off-speed pitch, had a lot of batters out in front that they had to kind of reload a little bit, then hit a ground ball to second or a fly ball that went out to right field. So we'll see if the second time around, if that off speed, that changeup still is able to be as effective as it was in game 2 last night out in Bismarck.
Schumacher, the pitcher of the picked up the win in game number 2 with 6 innings, giving up 3 runs. She induces a pop-up here of Addie Rolstad. So that's an F4 for the first out of the bottom of the first inning. It'll bring up Grace Weary from West Fargo. But Schumacher, as Chase mentioned, 6 innings, so that's 18 outs recorded, only 1 strikeout, but she limited the East to just 3 runs, and they all came in 1 inning. Or sorry, 1 came in the 4th, and then a couple in the top of the 7th there, so she goes 6+. This ball's belted to left field. Play at the wall, and the catch is made. So Weary gives it a ride, but it is denied by Ellington Anderson, who plays a phenomenal left field out there, Chase, and she put it on display in day 1 and doing it again day 2 here.
Yeah, Weary just got jammed just enough on that one. Otherwise, that one had an opportunity to leave the ballpark. And so far, nice crowd here at Casselton. A lot of different representation from across the state, and they're into it early on here, Josh, in the first inning.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely can hear them from here. Danica Hansen steps to the plate. She was the runner-up in the home run derby contest to her teammate Raina Satram. She takes a strike here. That's 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. So a couple quick outs from Schumacher. Trying to throw up an automatic 0 in the bottom of the 1st. Fouled off, right side, out of play. And just 1 good pitch from Schumacher will get the West out of the 1st inning and preserve a 4-run lead. Schumacher winds up the pitch. This one will skip into Gustafson behind home plate. Count even at 2. Pretty deep outfield depth right here. They must have been watching the home run derby. That one also skips to the plate because from left to all the way to right field, they're playing a little bit deeper than standard depth out here. You can see in center field, Jenna Decker is behind that Central Cast logo, just a couple steps from where you would say the warning track lies. Ripped a fair ball up the third base line into the corner. Quickly back into second base, but the throw is going to skip away. And it's going to be a single and then a throwing error that gets Hansen over to second base with a 2-out base knock up the third base line. Hansen didn't initially want to test that arm of Anderson out there, but she saw the throw was coming a little bit off target. She scampers into scoring position with 2 down now, and it'll be Weipert to the plate. To the hole between third and short and through a base hit, and they're going to hold the runner, Hansen, at third base as Anderson is going to walk this one back to third. Again, that arm was about to be tested, Chase, and they're putting up the stop sign.
Yeah, Anderson yesterday threw out a runner in that same position, so the East All-Stars this time going, you know what, let's keep the line moving, get Schwabe to the plate here, don't want to commit the third out at home plate, but we saw Anderson yesterday throw a rope that gunned down Schwabe at home plate in game number 1.
Runner's going to go down to second, and Berg nearly had a really nice tag right there. The throw from Gustafson was a little bit high. Berg tried to slam the tag down at second base, but Weipert is in there with a stolen bag. 0-1 pitch, ground ball to short. Berg. Too easy for Jersey Berg. A home run in the top half, the final put out in the bottom half of the inning, so it's a 4-0 lead preserved as we head to the second. West All-Stars on top, 4-0.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea, great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture, an excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit, plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
We begin the second inning here with the West All-Stars on top 4-0, and Hallie Gullett will step to the plate and take the first at bat of inning number 2. Gullett from Bottineau will be heading to Valley City State to play softball and do the prerequisites in nursing. Swings through a pitch to even the count at 1 now with Grace Weary back in the circle for the East All-Stars. Fouled off. Back behind the plate into the netting. I mean, I was ready, Chase. If the netting was not there, I was ready.
It's the thing. The netting does have a little, just because of how many softballs and the years that it's been played, it does have a hole or two that it could sneak through into the fan base here.
A ball and 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch floats over just a little bit high. A 4 spot in the top of the first, and Gullett looking to get on as the leadoff batter in the second. She yanks this one foul up the third base line and into the dugout. Outfield again playing pretty deep, as you can really respect the power of a lot of these hitters right here, and there haven't been a lot of strikeouts, so it might not be a terrible idea. This one's popped back out of play and foul. Still a 2-ball, 2-strike count. And there's a strikeout right there. We didn't see many of those yesterday, but a strikeout recorded by Weary. Gullett trots down to first on the drop pitch, but is out number 1. That'll bring up Shaylee Holden.
That was just a good off-speed there by Weary to get the strikeout there, out number 1, and try to get a goose egg up on the board early here in the second, get your bats to the plate.
She was able to get a first batter out of Jenna Decker in inning number 1, but that was an absolute laser off of Decker's bat for an out, and then Berg kind of started the cycle with that homer of the 4 runs that were able to come across and the good contact that we saw there. Shaylee Holden will bat now from Deluxe Burlington, the hometown of Burlington. She'll be heading to the University of North Dakota for pre-physical therapy coming up in the fall. Two and 1 count now. In there for a strike. Good pitch from Weary right there on the corner.
And the only loss to Deluxe Burlington, Lewis and Clark in the state champion, the state tournament, was to the eventual state champs, and Kendra Richland, a 9-6 loss and a couple of nice comeback wins against the Mayport CG Patriots and Thompson to take 5th.
Poland pokes this one the other way to right field, but the catch is made in right by McKenna Alexander for out number 2. So another good barrel put on the ball, but a second out as Holland lines to right, and now Maddox Falk bats. Ava Seibel awaits on deck as the 13th and final hitter in the Western All-Star lineup before flipping it back over to Decker, who sits in the hole. Couple of pitches missing outside. Weary nibbling at the zone, but coming up just a little bit off. Chopped towards the circle. Weary picks it up, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Grace Weary after surrendering a few runs in the first. 4-0, we head to the bottom of the second with the West still on top.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand. No ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand. Rhino tested. Rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World. CarpetWorldFargo.com.
The Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard reads 4-0 in favor of the West after an inning and a half here from Cost Field. Sharing their heritage, sharing their future. With locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, visit dhbanknd.com. First pitch strike in there from Schumacher to a dangerous hitter in Raina Satram. Satram is your home run derby winner, hitting in the 6 hole. Satram with a round of 16 points in the home run derby in round number 1 as she laces a single to left field, and it will be a leadoff knock for the East.
I saw Raina do that a lot in the home run derby, Josh. Just kind of that opposite field power, but also able to get it into left center field, as we saw from Raina right there, and a lot of 3-pointers that she was able to get in that home run derby instead of the 5-pointer for that home run.
And then in a 5-swing appearance, she was able to put up 12 points in that one, including a home run in that final round that locked it up for her. It's been a successful day if your last name is Satram, Chase, as one has got the base running competition record now, and the other getting that home run derby win with Raina, the home run derby champ, and Riley, the fastest runner.
I think a lot of people say it's just been a good year if you had the last name Satram. They finish runner-up in B volleyball. They take the state B basketball championship first year in 3 classes, and they make it to state softball as well. That's not too shabby.
Not too shabby indeed. Chase, as Kate Geisler steps in. Check swing foul on that last pitch to Geisler. One-two pitch in there for a called strike 3. So the Cheyenne Mustang will take a seat on the bench and hand it over to another Mustang in McKenna Alexander. First strikeout for Schumacher. And gets a first pitch strike over to Alexander now. McKenna Alexander playing in right field. Made a nice catch out there in the top half of the inning. Swung on a miss. Chased a little bit outside there. It's 0-2 now as Schumacher is in her rhythm, as she was in a rhythm the first inning before giving up a couple of singles, but retired Sydney Schwabe on a 6-3 putout, and there's a swinging strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts of Geisler and Alexander, and now Danica Rath will try to keep the inning alive with 2 outs. First pitch in there, another first pitch strike from Schumacher. Really has that control in this inning for sure. Popped up right side. It's going to eventually get out of play. Savakul gave chase, but to no avail. It's no balls and 2 strikes as Schumacher is feeling really comfortable. 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. This ball's flied to the right center field gap. Who's going to get it? It's the center fielder ranging over to make the catch. Jenna Decker retires the side. So a 4-0 ball game still. A couple of scoreless innings thrown by Schumacher as we go to the 3rd.
It's the summer sale at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro. All VersaMax and CargoMax trailers at summer sale prices. Plus, you get up to an additional $250 rebate on CargoMax trailers. Bloomfield Enterprise has the 10.5, 12.5, and 14.5 VersaMax trailers. Stop by to look and purchase with large discounts, or call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. The summer sale on Versamax and Cargo Max trailers ends June 30th at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the third inning with the West All-Stars up 4-0 as Grace Weary is still in the circle, and we'll head down to the dugout now with Chase Miller and another Hillsboro EDC player interview.
Thank you very much. A West Fargo Cheyenne Mustang here with us. That is Kate Geisler here. Kate, what's the last 24 hours been like, from Bags to 2 games yesterday to a game today, waiting a little bit on a rain delay? How's the Scheels Softball All-Star Series been treating you?
It's been really fun. Cornhole, that was very fun, and obviously winning was even better. And but yeah, overall it's been very fun, meeting a lot of new girls from both the East and the West, and getting to know a lot of girls, especially from the East, being with them for the past who knows how long. So, but it's been really fun.
When you saw the roster, was there someone, whether it was an EDC rival or someone from the B side, that you said, hey, it'd be kind of fun to get to know them or have them on my squad for a change?
I didn't know really a lot of the B class or the Class B girls. I knew a lot of the Class A girls, which some are from my team, so it was really nice to have familiar faces. And but yeah, overall I was really excited to meet new girls from the East and the West. So
a couple of West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs being represented. What does that mean to have a couple of fellow teammates with you here as well?
It's honestly very, it makes me just less nervous knowing that I have girls that are going to be here that I know who are friends with me, and just it makes the nerves go away a lot more. So
favorite softball memory of all time, what kind of comes to mind for you here, Kate?
Oh, easily winning EDC my sophomore year, easily. Yeah.
You're going from there, you're going to continue to play softball again at the University of Jamestown, a major in elementary education. What just made you a JB the right choice and the right fit for you?
My sister went to Jamestown, so I think watching her have fun and watching her career just kind of go off, and in a good way, I was just like, I want that. I want exactly that. So, and we know people who live in Jamestown and the coaches too, so it's just like, it was a perfect match.
And Abel going to be Division II here sooner rather than later on the elementary side, elementary education. What are you most looking forward to learning more a little bit about that in the Buffalo City?
I've heard they had a really good education program, so I think just being like hands-on and getting to do a lot of that over the course of my next 4 years is really exciting, and I'm going to learn a lot. So. All
right, final thing for Kate, what's it going to take to try to come back and beat the West here and take the series?
Get the hits.
Get
the hits.
Kate, congratulations again on a tremendous season, and best of luck moving forward at Jamestown.
Awesome, thank you.
That again, Kate Geisler with us here. Josh, back to you.
Couple of flyouts to center field will end the inning as Jersey Berg and Jenna Decker both fly to center field. The plays made out there by Weipert will retire the side. It will come back with the rest of the third inning after this.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
It's the most prestigious, challenging, rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
And Brea Malk will lead off the bottom of the third inning with the East All-Stars, getting a couple runners on in their 2 innings at bat, but not able to push anyone across right now. Malk from Kindred will step in, ground this one to the left side. Throw over to first is in time for out number 1. So Schumacher able to get another out pretty quick like here. Her pitch count, haven't been keeping an exact count, but it's been pretty low. She's been working ahead in counts and getting early outs in the counts. Malk will ground out on the 5-3. And now Riley Satcham comes to the plate. Here's the 0-1. Taken high. Satcham had a hit and 2 RBIs in game number 1 for the East All-Stars in that 8-2 victory. Went hitless in game number 2 in a couple at bats. We'll see what she can do here. First time today seeing Ashlyn Schumacher in the circle. She swings and laces one to the right center field gap. That's going to split the outfield and go to the wall. A ringing double off the bat of Riley Satcham to get a runner in scoring position with 1 out.
Well, we were able to see the wheels there by Satcham, again running a sub-11 around the base pass, sub-11 seconds, brand new record here at the Scheels Softball All-Star Series, but that was scolded in the right center. A lot of her hits, Josh, at the state tournament went to left center, including a couple of home runs down over in Jamestown.
Well, she stung that one to right field to the pull side, right past Shaylee Holen. And now her speed is at second base with only 1 out. We'll see if they try to get aggressive and get her over to third before a second out of the inning. Schumacher misses outside, trying to get Avery Ammerman to nibble off the plate at that, but she stays disciplined and takes ball number 2. Check swing, but it was in there anyway. 2 balls and a strike to Ammerman. Plays third base traditionally, and that's where she is for this game here tonight in the final of 3 7-inning ball games between these two teams. Series is tied at 1 and takes in there again for strike number 2. East All-Stars breaking that streak that the West had since 2019, taking consecutive games all the way up until Game 1 in Bismarck yesterday. Outside, 3-2 now. A good battle here between a couple of talented players in Ammerman at the plate and Schumacher in the circle. Payoff pitch. Chopped foul off the foot of Ammerman at the plate. We'll do it again. You heard Kate Geisler earlier saying, what do they got to do to get the comeback? Get the hits. They need one right here. This ball's grounded to third, but scooped up over there. This one's going to get away. A low throw at third base. And now around to score comes Satcham with the blazing speed to make it a 4-1 ball game. And now the ball gets away again and halfway to third. Now going to try to go to third base. In there, sliding head first. Avery Ammerman gets to third after an error.
This is some of the stuff that you're going to see sometimes during All-Star games. You know who to cover, how to cover, but again, you're playing with different players, not 100% sure, and also sometimes different positions. But good job by Ammerman putting the ball in play. That kind of got Stefan a little bit, Josh, almost on the heel, almost on the wrist of the glove there, and almost took an extra step to throw that one across the diamond.
Yeah, just got Stefan a little bit out of that rhythm that you would normally be in, and made a little bit more of an awkward throw over to first. So the first run comes to the plate for the East All-Stars. Now a check swing foul. Riley McQuillan stands at the plate. McQuillan from Grand Forks Red River. Another weak hack at this one, and it'll chop foul. No balls, 2 strikes, but a solid contact hitter is McQuillan. And she plans to attend UND to major in biology. We got a lot of smart players in this tournament, a lot of cool aspirations that hopefully they can all achieve. A ball and 2 strikes now to McQuillan. Out in front of that one a little bit as she yanks this one up the third baseline foul. You're not usually expecting one maybe up the pull side there, Chase, but that one got yanked.
Hillsborough Central Valley head coach Corey Erickson's there, and then you got one other with another camera there. Our center field camera almost got hit in the home run derby. That would have been a dangerous camera up the third base side, almost getting welted. I know there's an indentation in the dugout, though, up the third base side here at Casselton.
I feel like Corey Erickson is just a ball magnet. Whenever I am at a game where Corey's in attendance, throwback to the Region 1 softball tournament where he tried to scoop up 3 consecutive at-bats, or something close to that, where he was just getting peppered with the balls up the third base line. And the trend continues here tonight at Cost Field.
That's one where you say the batter was out in front, but still made really good contact, again, at the plate.
McQuillan hanging tough. It's a 1-2 count to the solid contact hitter from Grand Forks Red River. Schumacher delivers and misses a little bit high, and got her thinking about it. Got McQuillan thinking about chasing up there, but the good discipline. She stays back. It's a 2-2 count. Runner at third base is Ammerman that McQuillan is trying to plate now. Takes just high again. And these are some really disciplined takes here, Chase.
Yeah, able to work the count full. This is a really good battle between these two right now.
Payoff pitch with one out. Fouled back on the play, and we'll do it again. We saw a lot of these solid at-bats in the first day out in Bismarck where these hitters did not want to strike out. They were putting the ball in play, but it didn't seem like they were sacrificing a whole lot of bat speed through the zone to do it. That's just how good these hitters are. And that's just a full-on spoil swing right there to stay alive. Pitch wasn't in the zone, but McQuillan thought it was a little bit too close to take. Fouls it straight back, and she'll see another one that maybe she likes a little bit more. Another 3-2 pitch. This one misses, and McQuillan with a fantastic at-bat comes back in the count to draw a one-out walk.
That was textbook by McQuillan. Really nicely done along the way, and here's the squirrel coming up to the plate.
A nice round of applause for the hometown Fletchock, getting to play one more game on her home turf. Got some of the Central Cass Squirrels members in attendance here. This ball's thrown up the middle on the delayed steal, and Ammerman will come to the plate to make it a 4-2 ball game.
That's just softball, and we've seen that a lot in college baseball too, but softball, you throw it on down, wait to see if the throw does cross the facing, if you will, of the pitcher, and once it goes, Ammerman was off.
Again, Fletchock has some support here on that first base dugout side. See Brady Bussey over there and some other Central Cass members over there by you, Chase, as Fletchock is ahead in the count 2-0. Swung on and missed now. Let that one rip.
Yeah, this area would erupt if something's able to hit in the outfield here for Grace.
We've seen her shine defensively, both in the skills competition and in day one from Bismarck, as she takes low, 3-1 now, as Schumacher having a little bit more trouble after that lengthy at bat from McQuillan. And there's another walk right there. So McQuillan walks and Fletchock walks back to back with her. They stand at first and second base now, still with one out, to flip it back up to the top of the lineup with Addie Rolstad.
It's probably the loudest walk that you'll hear in terms of applause in an all-star game.
Yeah, got that home field advantage right here at Cost Field. I believe Scott Cost is over there in attendance as well, watching his player, Grace Fletchock, have a nice at-bat there. This ball is cued to first base, and everyone is going to get back safely. McQuillan and Fletchock scamper back to the bags. Rolstad lines out to first, and now there's two down.
From the West Fargo Packers, number 2, Grace Weary.
Weary flew out to left field. She nearly homered, but it just got in on her hands enough in her first at bat that it just couldn't quite clear the wall. We'll see if she can straighten this one a little bit out. but a good amount of contact in that first at bat. She's got the tying run at first base, working an 0-1 count. That one misses just a little bit low to Weary, with Danica Hansen waiting on deck. Hansen and Weipert went back-to-back singles to get to second and third in the bottom of the first inning, but the East could not score. 2 runs already plated here. Satchram and Ammerman have come across on an error and a stolen base. That one skips in. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Can the East draw closer, or can the inning end right here? Another payoff pitch, misses high. There's another walk, so it's 3 walks in this inning now, as we might see a little bit of a trip to the mound or a little bit of a slowdown here in the game. So Weary's going to take her base after 3 walks in 4 at-bats. We'll see if Schumacher can bear down and get the dangerous Danica Hansen. Nowhere to put Hansen with the bases full and the go-ahead run at first.
Well, after 2 well-pitched and well-quick games yesterday, you knew this was coming, Josh, for Game 3 of the series.
Yeah, we just had a feeling that this one was going to take a little bit longer. This ball is hit to left field, but the catch is going to be made by Anderson in left, and she comes up clutch yet again, as Danica Hansen gave that one a ride, but she flies out to left to leave the bases full. The West All-Stars hanging on to a 4-2 lead on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits, including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
As a kid, all I wanted to do was grow up and get a chance to be on a major league field and have my Rawlings.
It's an honor to represent Gold Glove just because there's a lot of great players that I have, and I just want to be one of them.
Not just your traditional glove. Different, unique, and special.
I love my Rawlings glove, and I wear it every day.
Something I envisioned since I was a little kid with my dad practicing every single day, and definitely wanted that patch.
And let's get to our in-game update here, brought to you by Bank North. At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great communities they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Danica Rath is in the circle to lead off the top of the 4th inning now, as she's pitching for the East All-Stars. But let's get to our in-game update, and it's the scoring rundown, with Jersey Berg leading things off with a home run in the top of the 1st, followed by a Callie Steffen RBI single and a Schumacher RBI single that plated 2 to make it 4-0 in the top of the 1st. Then the other scoring inning, the bottom of the 3rd, with an Ammerman run coming home. She plates the run. E5 made it 4-1, and then Ammerman steals home plate after a 1st and 3rd opportunity, leads to her coming home on the throw down to 2nd. So a 4-2 ball game. That is your Bank North in-game update. And Chase is standing by with another of our Hillsboro ETC interviews right now.
Thank you very much from the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. Addie Rolstead joined us here. Addie, take us through the last 24 hours here from Bismarck to Casselton. Just kind of what's it been like competing in this All-Star Series, playing Bags, and getting to know some of your teammates as well here.
It's been really good. Bags was a good kind of starter off to meet a bunch of new people. Being from a Class A school, you don't really get to interact or play with a bunch of the Class B girls, West or East. So it was really good meeting those girls. I had a girl from Botno, Hallie Gullett. She was really nice. She was a good person to play Bags with. Then meeting a lot of these people from the East that I'm playing with, Danny Nelson, she's a really great hitter. She's an awesome teammate, and I'm glad that she's on our side. And same with some of the other girls, like the 2 twins from Mayport also. It's just a really great experience, and I'm glad I got to be a part of it.
Able to kind of get into this one, too, with a couple of your fellow teammates. What does it mean to leave as a softball player with a couple of your teammates in an all-star game as well from Cheyenne?
Oh, it's really nice. It's kind of like a final hoorah to play with them. It's just like, I don't know, it's just been a really great experience, and I'm glad that I got to play with those two, especially because they're great athletes.
Take us through what's next on the chapter, so to speak, where you're heading off to in August and what you're going to go plan on studying.
I'm heading to UND, not playing softball, but I'm going to study criminal justice there, and hopefully that takes me to be a crime scene investigator. Really excited about that.
Yeah, CSI in real life here. So what made CSI kind of be something that you actually want to go study a little bit more here, Addie?
Yep.
What was something that? What was the reason why? What was it? Was it the show itself, or was it just, hey, this is something that you got to learn a little bit more about in school?
I don't think I've ever actually watched CSI before, maybe Law and Order, but it was just a lot of the shows I watched as a child, and I wanted to be a lawyer, something criminal, like in that field, and then I just settled on that because being a lawyer is a lot of schooling, and I'm not.
And then from there, what's the one thing that you enjoyed most so far about these 24 hours? What's the memory that you think you're going to take away with you once you head up to UND?
Playing with everyone and just meeting all these girls. I think I made a lot of new friends here too by being able to play with them, and it's just been really good.
Final thing for you, Addie, favorite softball memory of all time. What comes to mind for you on the softball diamond here?
All time, probably travel ball, playing with Logan Gronberg, who also used to play in the All-Star game. She's a great athlete, and she was such a great person to play with, hitting bombs for us left and right every tournament.
Awesome. Addie, congratulations on a tremendous career, and best of luck moving forward at UND. For CSI, maybe we'll see you on television as well.
Thank you.
And again, Addie Rolstead. Josh, let's toss it back to you.
Thank you, Chase, and we've got a run on the scoreboard now for the West answering back with that ground out to third base off the bat of Callie Steffen. That's going to plate Ellington Anderson. So now we've got a runner at third and 2 outs. That's Ginger Savakul at third base right now. Ava Yonner with a fly out to center. Steffen with a ground to third. Here's a ground to short. That one's going to get away, though, and it's going to plate another run. Savakul will score on the error and extend the inning. It is now 6-2 in favor of the West, and that was another player interview brought to you by Hillsboro EDC. Hillsboro has great jobs, school, business, and recreation. Raise your family in a nice neighborhood. They've got lots available to build your dream house with a great location on I-29. There's more at 104. Pop out to the left side, and that will do it for the top half of the fourth, but not before the West strikes back for a couple runs to get it back to a 4-run game here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
It's the summer sale at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro. All Versamax and Cargo Max trailers at summer sale prices. Plus, you get up to an additional $250 rebate on Cargo Max trailers. Bloomfield Enterprise has the 10.5, 12.5, and 14.5 Versamax trailers. Stop by to look and purchase with large discounts, or call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. The summer sale on Versamax and Cargo Max trailers ends June 30th at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro.
The best part about being a Reading Corps tutor is having that one-on-one relationship with kids.
A high five here, or a smile there. When I get that smile back, it fills my heart.
Being a Reading Corps tutor has been the most rewarding thing I've ever done, and I was an RN for 15 years.
Outside of my family, this has been the greatest experience of my life.
A 4-run lead for the West All-Stars as they had a bit of a dangerous bottom of the third inning. The East struck for 2 runs and got the bases loaded with Danica Hansen at the plate, a dangerous hitter, but Hansen flies out to the warning track and left on near grand slam to give him the lead. But it'll be Ella Weipert now to lead off, this inning against Ashlyn Schumacher after leaving the bases full in the bottom of the third. 2 more runs come across with a ground out and an error, plating runs in the top half of the fourth. No balls and 2 strikes now to Weipert, the center fielder. We've seen her make a couple nice grabs out there already. We'll have to battle back from behind in the count, which we've seen a few hitters do successfully. Chop to short. Able to get this one in play, but that's usually just not the place you want to hit it when Jersey Berg is occupying shortstop. Flawless again over there, makes the 6-3 put-out look routine.
Berg is like a black hole when a ground ball comes to her. It's not going to go anywhere except her glove. That's just been well documented so far in these 3 games here for the softball series.
Yeah, just a vacuum over there at shortstop. Does it incredibly well. And that'll bring up Sydney Schwabe now. Thompson Tommy grounds one through. No, it's backhanded by Berg. Just no chance to get Schwabe at first, but a really nice stop there on the backhand from Berg. But a nice hit through the hole right there for Schwabe. Gets a runner aboard with 1 out. Home Run Derby champion Raina Satram will bat with a runner aboard now. She takes a first pitch strike. That one just misses. It's a 1-1 count now. Patriots have represented themselves well, especially in that home run derby. Ball off the plate now. But between the Satrams and then Danica Hansen, they have just had a fantastic couple days here and trying to add on to it now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Raina Satram. Will be pursuing a nursing degree at NDSU come the fall. Flares this one to shallow center field. The catch will be made out there by Decker. 2 away.
Now batting number 8, Kate Geisler of the Cheyenne Mustangs.
I'll bring the Mustang Geisler to the plate. Heard from her on our Hillsboro EDC interview not too long ago. Ground ball up the first base line. It will trickle foul before she gets tagged by Savicul, and it'll be a no ball, 1 strike count. But really have enjoyed getting to hear what all of these girls have had to say about this Shield softball tournament and All-Star Series, and all have been very appreciative of the couple days they get to bond and meet some new players that they've been playing against, and also spend some time with teammates if they've brought more than one of those along. It's just been good to hear about that, and also their future plans as well. A lot of great aspirations that they have. Another chopper with some weird spin on it. Throw to first is in time to get the hustling Geisler for the 3rd out of the inning. We're through 4 innings, and the West All-Stars lead 6-2.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Welcome back to Costfield here in Casselton, North Dakota, home of the Central Cass Squirrels and also home of the Shields All-Star Series here. 1 game apiece for both of these teams, East and West, combining Class A and B on both sides to come together and play some really all-star studded softball here. First in Bismarck yesterday and a 6-2 advantage for the West today. And this is a good time to bring up the Red River Valley Fair here. The Red River Valley Fair has 3 weekends spanning from June 28th all the way to July 14th, but 3 weekends, June 28th to 30th, July 4th to 7th, and then July 11th to 14th. So get your tickets to the Red River Valley Fair, and you can see entertainment acts like Goo Goo Dolls, Sublime, Hairball, Skillet, Ludacris, Blake Shelton, and Breaking Benjamin. Entertainment for everyone, fun for all at the Red River Valley Fair. A summer of fun out there at the fairgrounds. No balls and 2 strikes. Danica Rath still in the circle for a second inning, and she'll get a first batter out here. Puts away Ashlyn Schumacher.
Now batting number 26.
Oh, sorry, that was Clemens right there. That was Clemens. That was just put out. It is Hallie Gullett at the plate now. Takes an off-speed pitch for ball number 1. We saw Rath feature that pitch quite a lot in the Region 1 tournament out in Hankinson. Kindred eventually going on to win that state championship after a lot of battles with Central Cass, including a few of them in that Region 1 tournament. A 2-1 victory for Central Cass in a pitching battle between Whitney Mitchell and Danica Rath in their first game that made Kindred take the long route to that Region 1 state tournament bid. But they eventually got there with the pitching of Rath, but she allows a walk right here to Gullett. And I'll bring up Shaylee Holan. This ball is flared to shortstop. The catch is made for the second out of the inning. So Holan down on 1 pitch.
From the Ray Jays, number 20, Maddox Falk.
And Maddox Falk now will bat. Has been playing second base this game, and she swings through a first pitch from Rath. But Rath, a senior athlete of the year for Region 1, decorated pitcher. This ball is flared into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. And it'll get runners to the corners with 2 outs now. So Falk able to drop one in at a good spot. I believe that's Grace Fletchock now out in right field. We've seen her at shortstop. We've seen her at second. We've seen her in left earlier in the series. So she's moving around, and a lot of these girls are doing that, moving around the diamond and playing some positions that they aren't always in. First pitch ball delivered from Rath to Ava Seibel. Seibel grounds on to second base. Throw over to first is in time for the final out of the inning. A 4-3 putout to do it as we head to the bottom of the 5th with the East All-Stars looking to mount a comeback before it gets too late, down 4 runs on the Dakota to Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Bottom of the 5th inning, the West All-Stars up by 4 runs. They look to protect that lead with Ashlyn Schumacher still in the circle. And We make the rounds still on our Hillsboro EDC player interviews. We got another one courtesy of Chase Miller down in the dugout.
Thank you very much, Josh. Joining us here is Grace Weary from the West Fargo Packers. Grace, what's this 24 hours been like? You know, a couple of games yesterday, some cornhole. You had an opportunity for the skills competition. Now game 3. What's it been like for you to kind of cap off your Packer career here in high school softball?
It's been really fun getting to meet all the girls, especially ones we've been playing with against so long, and it's just been a lot of fun.
When you saw the rosters that came out, you obviously have some EDC rivals, some different caliber players from Region 1, Region 2, and Class B. Was there anyone in particular that you were excited to have on your squad for a change?
It was nice to have some of the Cheyenne girls on my team. It's really hard pitching against them sometimes. I know they're really good hitters, so it's nice.
You go from there, what's some of the memories that you made so far in 24 hours? Obviously, a lot of games, a quick turnaround from the end of the season, a lot of miles for you, going from Dickinson to Bismarck to Casselton. What are some of the memories you made so far here, Grace?
I would say just like getting the chemistry with the catcher. Like, it's really nice having her on my team as well. We've been to many camps together, but it's the first time we've ever played together, and it's really fun.
You're heading to Minneapolis to study at the University of Minnesota for a major in business. Just what made the U of M the right choice for you, and why business here, Grace?
I've heard really good things about the business school there, and I have family down there that have told me really good things about it, so I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Favorite softball memory of all time? What kind of comes to mind for you here, Grace?
I would say winning EDC last year. It's just a lot of fun because I got to play with those girls like all my life, and just that moment was just amazing, and I loved it.
Going through this here, what have you heard about the Scheels Softball All-Star Series or some other Packers that have been able to play in this, and what is something that someone can, if someone asks you moving forward, hey, why should I participate, what would be the reason why here, Grace?
I would say the competition is really high, and if you want to play in it, you have to work your butt off, and it's just so much fun.
And the one thing from this particular juncture, last question for you here, Grace, you mentioned that EDC tournament. How sweet was that to win it on your home diamond and have an opportunity to win some of the EDCs and to have really good success with Coach Johnson and those caliber of players that you've kind of talked about in the past?
I mean, Pat plays a big role on our team. Like, he is coached for so long and knows so much about the sport, so playing on our home field and winning it was just surreal. It was so much fun. I loved it.
Hey, Grace, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck at the U of M coming up in the fall.
Thank you.
That again, Grace Weary with us here from the West Fargo Packers. Josh, let's send it back up to you.
Thank you, Chase, and thank you, Grace, as well. Man, almost an incredible diving catch right there at third base. That was certainly close. Closing in on it was Ava Seibel, now in at third base for Callie Steffen, was there earlier, but Seibel is there now at third. No balls and 2 strikes now to Brea Mauk with a runner on third base and 1 out. If you're just joining us, McKenna Alexander in this inning singled to lead things off, then Danica Rath with a sacrifice to get her over to third after a stolen base, and Mauk at the plate right now. Kindred Viking takes high for ball number 2. Mauk grounded out to third base in her only at-bat in this game so far. And again, we're batting all the way through complete orders here as Mauk swings and misses for a rare strikeout in this game. Just the 3rd strikeout for the East All-Star lineup tonight. The first 2 came back-to-back of Geisler and Alexander. Now Mauk is the 3rd strikeout victim for the East tonight. Schumacher doing a nice job pitching at contact, has just given up a couple runs, and they were on a ground out and a stolen base. So not a whole lot of line drive contact from the East tonight. Riley Satchram will now bat. A ringing double to right field in her only plate appearance. She rolls this one over to first base. It's going to be in foul territory when it's picked up by Savakul over there. Right now it's not Savakul over there anymore. Defensive change there. That's Sienna Clemens at first base now. Off-speed pitch, that had some movement to it and nearly came back and clipped the outside corner there for Schumacher, but it is to no avail. Satchram trying to stay alive. Another double would be what she's looking for, trying to park it in the outfield grass. Check swing, did she go? And the home plate umpire rings her up. So Satram goes down, and so do the East All-Stars in the 5th inning. We head to the top of the 6th with the West All-Stars on top by 4.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
It's the summer sale at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsborough. All VersaMax and CargoMax trailers are at summer sale prices. They have 11-foot and 13-foot CargoMax trailers, all discounted in price during the summer sale. And Bloomfield Enterprise still has a large inventory of big tax utility trailers. Stop by to look and purchase with large discounts, or call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. The summer sale on VersaMax and CargoMax trailers ends June 30th at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsborough.
To the top of the 6th we go now. Jenna Decker is the leadoff hitter in the lineup, and for the 6th inning, the center fielder has made a couple nice plays, and she hits this one to straightaway center field. Catch will be made, backing up into the shade near the Central Cass softball sign on the center field wall, but the catch is made out there for the first out of the inning. Jersey Berg has had a fantastic day, number 2. She's had a fantastic series, for that matter. She's homered in this game for the first run of the night as she hits this one to the left center field gap, has the outfielders on the run. That is gone! Jersey Berg adds to her phenomenal night and homers for a second time. Do I say MVP after that for this? Jersey Berg is carrying this squad right now with a pair of home runs and fantastic play at shortstop. What a series she has had, and trying to give the West a 2-1 series victory when it's all said and done here. But there's still a couple more innings here to go, but it's looking good, and Jersey Berg is a big reason why the West is feeling comfortable with a 5-run lead. This ball is skied to the left side, but it's going to be playable. Drifting back into fair territory. The catch is made at third base.
And talk about Jersey Berg. It was all about the leather at shortstop yesterday, Josh, and today it's all about the bat so far here in these 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, she's done a great job with the bat. She has 2 home runs and a fly out to deep center field. So she has just been tattooing the ball. Whoever is on the mound, it didn't in the circle rather, it did not matter. She did it against Weary, she did it against Rath, and a couple of the best pitchers in the state of North Dakota. There's a base hit for Ellington Anderson now. Or sorry, that was Savakul picking up that base hit, I believe. So it's Yonner now at the plate. Anderson was the one that popped out to third. And the catch is made in deep left center field for the final out of the inning. A big top of the 6th, courtesy of Jersey Berg. And that'll do it, though, as we head to the bottom half now. The East All-Stars in need of a few runs here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard on YourLiveEvent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
We take this time to shout out the Red River Valley Fair again. They've got 3 weekends of fun coming up here from June 28th to 30th, July 4th to 7th, and July 11th to 14th over in West Fargo at the fairgrounds. So get your tickets at Red River. Just show up there, and you can learn more at redrivervalleyfair.com. And yeah, they've got some solid acts out there. Looking forward to Ludacris, Skillet, Blake, Shelton, and more out there at the Red River Valley Fair this summer. Coming up not too long from now, just a few weeks ahead, as we've got a fun summer in North Dakota, and you can catch racing out there, and you can catch the rides and the events. And we got a fun event going on here with a 7-2 West All-Stars lead. Jersey Berg putting her stamp on this game with another home run in the top half of the 6th to extend the lead to 7-2. Looks like we are going to have a pitching change. And I think that is Sienna Clemens now in the circle, trying to go the rest of the way. First pitch in there for a called strike. Avery Ammerman will be the first batter of this bottom half of the 6th, with the East trying to just chip into this lead here. Maybe with the new pitcher in the circle, that's just what they need. But we'll see if Clemens can slam the door shut again here in the 6th. Fouled straight back into the chain link fence. 2 strikes now to Ammerman. A 1-2 count. A lefty in Clemens in the circle now. A little bit of a different look. Flared to right center field. Oh, full extension in center field from Decker, but couldn't come up with it. That was nearly a phenomenal play. That could have been play of the night there if Decker was able to make that Superman play. That was Byron Buxton-esque out there, laying it on the line, but coming up just a little bit short. And it's a leadoff base hit for Avery Ammerman. Riley McQuillan 0 for 0 technically tonight as Ammerman scampers down to second base. But she drew one of the most impressive walks you'll see in this series. A long at bat, probably 8-9 pitches in total that she came back down from 1-2 in the count and just made life really difficult for Ashlyn Schumacher. Ground ball to short, backhanded, throw over to first. In time, throw to third now. Ammerman is in there safely. But Jersey Berg with a nice textbook play to the backhand side.
And Josh joined us now, part of our Hillsboro EDC interviews here with the Beulah Miners. That is Callie Steffen here. Callie, what's it been like 24 hours playing for the Team West All-Stars here so far? What have been some of the memories that you've made?
It's been a lot of fun, and you get to meet a lot of new people, and so that's exciting. And just like creating all these memories and being able to play softball one last time is awesome.
You're heading to VCSU coming up to continue to play softball as well. What made VCSU the right choice both on the diamond and in the classroom for you?
Well, VCSU has amazing coaches, and so when I met them and like their program, and just like really interested me. And then in the classroom part, they have a great education program, and that's what I'm going to go into.
The Beulah Miners, state champs 2 years ago. This year, able to finish third. What's that been like as a elder statesman, so to speak, to go out with some really quality years for Beulah and some of the best ever?
I don't even have words for it. It's absolutely crazy.
What is the one thing you've enjoyed most about the Scheels Softball All-Star Series so far here, Callie?
Meeting all the girls. That's been fun.
Was there someone when you saw the roster came out going, oh, I've maybe heard of them, or I've seen some of their clips on social media that you're excited to play with? Is there anyone in particular?
Jersey Berg. I've gotten to play summer softball with her, but like for the high school part of it, I was really excited to play with her.
And then from there to have you and Ava, what does it mean to have a couple of minors in this softball series again?
It's fun just to have that familiar face. You feel a little more comfortable, as I guess you could say. But yeah, it's been fun.
Favorite softball memory all time is?
definitely winning a state title.
Yeah, you can't beat that in Magic City as well. Callie, congratulations again and best of luck at VCSU coming up in the fall.
Thank you.
Again, Callie Steffen with the Beulah Miners will continue after this. Here, Josh, as we toss it back to you.
Thank you, Chase. That's another of our Hillsboro EDC interviews. Throw it on to second, and we have it out recorded. Throwback home is safe. That's a lot of action on the base paths right there. Grace Fletchock gets thrown out stealing second base, but a run scores in the process as Ammerman comes to the plate, but the walk to Fletchock gets erased on the base pass, so you trade an out for a run as the East brings it one closer. But there's now 2 outs, and the bases are empty after an incredible throw from behind the plate. I think that's Gullett back there that made that throw. Yes, that is the Botno Stars. Hallie Gullett making the out at second base on that incredible throw down to second. The tag applied by middle infield. 2-1 count now to Addie Rolstad at the top of the order. Trying to keep the inning alive for Grace Weary behind her. Takes a strike to even the count at 2 now as Sienna Clemens tries to get her team to the 7th inning. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Clemens delivers, popped up, should be playable on the infield. Who's going to get it? And it's going to drop as Savicol had a little bit of trouble tracking that one as she's back over at first now. Went for a backhanded stab at it, but it's going to land, and now it'll bring Grace Weary to the plate. Weary 0 for 1 with a fly out to the warning track and left and a walk. Rolstad's going to make it down to second with a ball in the dirt. I think she was going anyways, but she's in there easily to second base into scoring position for Weary now with 2 down. Popped foul out of play to the right side to the batting cages here at Cost Field. Will land on top of the netting there. Chase, your day's been a little bit less busy than mine was when I was out there shagging the balls.
I had a couple to go track down, but I never went to go attempt to grab a softball, Josh. That's the big difference.
Yeah, probably smart, because if you don't make an attempt, no one's going to fault you for that. I still have people offering me their catcher's mitts when I'm walking around here. 1-2 now with Clement at in the circle right now. And they just
said that was the third strike.
Third strike,
yep.
Yeah. So that'll retire the side right there on a third strike to Weary. So they strand Rolstad at second base now. We go to the 7th, 7-3 of the West leading by 4.
The Norman County Fair, June 19th through 22nd, Ada, Minnesota. FFA Day with Eli Alger and the Faster Horses performing in concert. There's a salute to veterans with special music and a tribute from Operation Check 6. Racing, school bus races, free shows and attractions for all ages. Fun games in the Mighty Thomas Carnival on the Midway. It's where summer begins and the fun never ends. Free gate admission. The Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 19th through 22nd. Visit normancountyfair.com.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Bottom of the top of the 7th inning coming up, and Callie Steffen stepped to the plate and rocked a double to right field, and now it looks like Chase Miller has got another interview for us, presented by Hillsboro EDC.
All right, thank you very much. Joining us now, part of the Ray Jays here from the West All-Stars. That is Maddox Falk. Maddox, 24 hours here, the Scheels Softball All-Star Series, Game 3, Cornhole, little rain delay today. How has it been for you particularly, and what are some of the memories you made so far?
Yeah, it's been so much fun. You know, it's amazing competing at a completely different level. You know, you got the best of the best from all over the state. It just gives you a whole new idea of what the game looks like, and it's really awesome.
What were some of the players that you saw the roster, whether it was Class B, Class A, that you were excited to get to know or maybe have on your team for a change here, Maddox?
So honestly, I didn't really know much, but a couple Class B, so Hallie from Bottineau and then Shay from DLB, so it was good to see them on there, and Sienna Clemens too.
And what's it going to take for you guys to come out on top here and try to win the series 2-1? What do you think?
Oh yeah, I think hold them, get some more runs. I think we got it.
And then at this particular juncture, take us through what your next chapter in life is going to be coming up here in the fall.
Yeah, so I'll be going to Williston State, and I'll be playing softball for the Tetons. So I'm looking for go Tons.
What made Williston State just be the right choice for you to continue your softball career?
Yeah, so I mean, I was really wanting to play, and I talked to Jared. You know, he has a great program going there, and he was super nice, and then close to home. So it just made it a good choice for me.
What is the one memory of softball that you've enjoyed the most during your time?
Honestly, I couldn't say one, but just playing with my girls back home in Ray, you know, building that relationship. That's like a whole family there.
Yeah.
So.
And the Ray Jays, that just rolls off the tongue nicely as well. Final thing for you, Maddox, here. If someone was to play in this particular All-Star game in future years, it's very new, it's very young, not even over a decade old. What would you say to the next generation of softball players coming up on why they should maybe continue to play softball or have a chance to play in this All-Star game if they get selected?
Absolutely. I would say just give it your all no matter what, and then just have fun. Be loose. You know, you're meeting all these new girls. Just make some friends, have fun.
Maddox, congratulations. Best of luck being a Teton coming up in the fall and moving forward.
Thank you.
That again, Maddox Falk with us. Josh, let's toss it back to you.
Thank you, Chase, and thank you to Maddox. And you could just hear the smile right there that was on her face during that interview. Good to hear from Maddox Falk right there, and best of luck to her on her future plans. The plans for the West All-Stars, they've been putting the ball in play with some emphasis and authority here, as they tack on another run thanks to an RBI single from Ashlyn Schumacher. That's her second RBI single of the night. She had one in the first inning, as she has an RBI single here to make it 8-3 in the top of the 7th. Danica Rath is still the pitcher for the East. It's a 1-1 count now to I think that's Gullet at the plate with Clemens at first. Slow pitch in there for a strike. It's 1-2. We also had a throw out on the base paths. This ball is clubbed to left field, sending the left fielder back, but the catch is made out there to retire the side. A nice grab out there to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th after Weipert makes a nice catch out there, moving from center over to left. 8-3 with the East All-Stars having some work to do.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply, Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply, Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Visit us today at any of our 6 locations.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bottom of the 7th coming up. The last chances for the East to try and take this series. It's a 1-1 tie right now, but the West is on top and in control 8-3 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. And coming up for you once this game is concluded, we'll have the Petro Stopping Center post-game show ready for you with our final interviews from players from the winning side. First pitch missing outside this inning. Danica Hansen is your leadoff hitter. A single and a fly out to left to the warning track with the bases loaded. That was a pivotal point in this game that could have put the East ahead had that ball fallen, but a nice catch out in left field by Anderson took it all away. Hansen just trying to start a leadoff rally here in the bottom of the 7th, down 5 runs. Barreled to the right center field gap. This ball is going to one-hop the fence, and it's going to be a leadoff double for Danica Hansen. Going the opposite field there, Chase. Got a good piece of the barrel on it.
Yeah, Holland had a good opportunity, but that softball kind of contorted her a little bit. And by the time she looked up, the softball was coming down, and Hansen one-hopped the wall and feels very reminiscent to the home run derby from earlier today.
Yeah, definitely. That's a place that those Mayport hitters certainly were enjoying. Oh, now we got in the rundown, and Gullah just says, that run doesn't matter much to us right now. So down to third goes Danica Hansen after just playing a little game of chicken for a bit. Taken outside now by Weipert. Has made a few nice grabs out there in the outfield to keep the score where it's at. She's been one of the best outfielders that we've seen through this 2-day series. This ball is barreled to center field, sending back Decker. It's off of her glove and in play. Into second base, standing goes Weipert. It's back-to-back doubles, just barely out of the reach of West outfielders.
Yeah, Weipert there almost with Decker in center field. That almost went over the fence, off the glove, kind of Jose Canseco-esque in right field, off the head there. That was nearly a 2-run homer.
Very close indeed, and the scoreboard's getting a little bit closer now as it's a 4-run game. The East has cut it to an 8-4 ball game, and they've got a runner in scoring position with Weipert's RBI double. Trading places with Danica Hansen already. Sydney Schwabe is the batter with Raina Satram on deck.
Good off-speed pitch, able to get Schwabe to swing on top of the softball there for that second strike.
Schwabe is 1 for 2 with a ground out to short and a single in her most recent plate appearance, and then Raina Satram a single and a fly out to deep center field. Scooped up behind the plate there by Gullett, and now it's a 1-2 count to Schwabe. In on her hands right there. That couldn't have felt incredible. Been there as a batter. That got in on her kitchen, and she fouls it off, but she stays alive, most importantly. Just trying to get on board for Satram, who is a very talented hitter and our home run derby champion as well.
Well, and then you do that too, Josh. All of a sudden a tying run comes up to the plate here. Might we talk about extras in the Softball All-Star Series?
Yeah, from our count right now, it is an 8-4 ball game on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard as of now, as a run did come in the top half of the 7th. But 8-4 right now, and still trying to get that tying run aboard is the East All-Stars. 2-2 count to Schwabe, really good at bat. Can she keep it going? A called strike 3, and she goes down looking for the first out of the inning. Big backwards K for Clemens right there. Big at bat for Satram coming up right here. She's been big throughout these 2 games in this All-Star Series, and she's been a big-time production hitter in her career at Mayport CG. Can she come up big in the clutch here again? Clement trying to get a big second out, and you can kind of exhale a little bit if you do get that out for the West. Productive outs wouldn't be in play anymore, and you just got to get one more batter if you're able to get by Satram, but she is not an easy out. 2 balls and no strikes to the ever-dangerous Raina Satram. Ooh, big cut right there. Fouled that one straight back, and Chase, she seemed to be right on that one.
Yeah, she was swinging for the fence, trying to get that 2-run homer kind of back like in that softball derby that we've seen from the Mayport CG Patriot girls, able to get those doubles, and Raina does have home run and extra base power here for the Patriots.
2 balls and a strike. Clemens delivers. Up the middle. Oh, Berg has got it, and that'll seal the deal. Jersey Berg, what a fitting ending with a double play unassisted. 6 play right there to end the ball game, and the West is going to take the series 2-1 with a final score of 8-4 in game number 3. We'll come back and have interviews when we come back on our Petro Stopping Center post-game show right after this.
Check out the YourLiveEvent.com free stage powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Inc. at the Red River Valley Fair with a full lineup of great performers and shows each day. You'll enjoy live entertainment from Quick 56, Ashley Weiland, Slamabama, and more. The Red River Valley Fair is 3 weekends from June 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th. For entertainment schedules and more information on the YourLiveEvent.com free stage, check out RedRiverValleyFair.com. That's RedRiverValleyFair.com.
Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Get ready for racing this Friday night at 7 at the Red River Valley Speedway. Family fun for everyone. This week it's the IMCA Modified Bison Battle, sponsored by Casey's, Corey's Car Care Center, Finley Motorsports, and I-29 Trailer Sales. For details, log on to redrivervalleyspeedway.com.
Welcome back to Cost Field here, home of Central Cass Softball and the Scheels All-Star Tournament. As the West All-Stars take Game 3 of the series, they win the series 2-1 with an 8-4 victory. And boy, this was some good softball again here tonight. We saw our skills competition earlier with the East coming out on top, and we saw the West come out on top, courtesy of a Jersey Berg gem performance tonight. 2 home runs, some incredible defense, including the game-winning unassisted double play. Just a great job there. And we'll get to our Petro Stopping Center post-game show. Now the Petro Stopping Center is your one-stop travel hub for all your road trip needs. They've got you covered around the clock every day of the week with a wide selection of food, winter gear, and gas for your ride. Let their team roll out the red carpet and give you the VIP treatment today. The Petro Stopping Center, just off of 45th Street and I-94 in Fargo. As we have our award ceremony going on with the West All-Stars coming out to get their awards. And we just had a great display of softball for these 2 days. We were spoiled in Bismarck with a 1-1 series tie. The East was able to take the skills competition, and now the West able to take the overall series 2-1.
Yeah, it was really good, Josh, and I think you said it poetically there with Berg, again, getting that double play, pulling 2 of them out yesterday, which she was able to do at the plate after the home run derby here in this particular game. A soft little line drive. She really did it all here, and Jersey Berg, again, coming into it, said undecided of where she's going to play, hoops and softball, but someone's going to get a stud athlete, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, absolutely right. Whoever gets her is going to be very grateful whenever she does commit to those 2 sports right there, because, I mean, for softball, we saw it on display tonight with the power I mean, she hit one halfway up the scoreboard in left center field earlier tonight in the first inning. It was the first run of the game. It was a tone setter. Her defense was flawless throughout this series and just an absolute joy to watch. She comes back with another home run in her third at bat tonight, and then also the Webb Gem double play to end the game. We'll give you some more stats when we come back around the break on the Petro Stopping Center. Actually, we're going to keep it here as we keep it going with the awards here as the East All-Stars now coming to pick up their awards.
The one thing about this is I think we saw two balanced teams, though, Josh, throughout. With what we saw yesterday in Bismarck from the skills competition, which the East did win, but a lot of it was very similar scoring from the skills competition. Just one or two plays for either club. You know, you mentioned earlier nearly a grand slam for the East in this game. One thing that we have seen sometimes is one side is a little more lopsided than the other just because of the talent that they have maybe going on to Division I or Division II. But overall, I thought these were two really balanced teams between Class A and Class B. And from the East and the West, I gave, if you watched on your live event or came out to Bismarck or came here to Casselton, you saw three really good softball games, quick games yesterday, but today a little bit more of the offensive side, and it's been a lot of fun and a lot of miles for some of these girls over the last week too, whether it's been from Jamestown to Dickinson or somewhere in between for their teams to make state.
Yeah, and you mentioned how evenly matched these two teams were, with two games going to the West and one game going to the East, the first game, and then also the skills competition. So really about as even as you can get. And we saw a couple of records get set here in terms of running with Riley Satchram, our first sub-11 second runner in the fastest runner competition from the East All-Stars Mayport CG. Riley Satchram with a 10.98 time, and then Jenna Decker was able to get the stolen base record in this as well. So Chase, just a lot of talent shown even on the base paths as well.
And that's been the fun thing to see. We got to see some records broken today, both in the skills competition, able to see a little bit different yesterday as well. So, yeah, you get to have the skill competition and get to see some of these plaques being awarded here with the fastest runner, again with Riley Satchram, still the tournament MVP or the series MVP as well. But it was a lot of fun to see, and it's a couple of years that your live event has been part of this Scheels Softball All-Star Series. And I know we've had coaches come up to us and say, thank you for what you guys have been able to do. I know we hit mostly in the eastern part of the state, but this is a statewide event. Just to the one thing that we've seen from softball just continues to grow and grow, and that's the one thing, seeing maybe some of these co-ops one day maybe having enough athletes to come out to make their own softball programs by themselves. Josh, I think that's where North Dakota softball's kind of going, having A, having B. It wasn't that long ago that everybody was just in one class, and then they got enough to make an A and B, and now you have enough to make 4 regions in B as well. So it's been a lot of fun to see.
Yeah, softball on the grow, and the state of North Dakota is in a pretty good spot for softball with these athletes and the coaches that are able to just keep churning out the talent that we're seeing here in the last couple years in this Scheels softball tournament.
You heard it right there, MVP, Josh. No surprise.
Yep, Jersey Berg taking home the MVP for this series, and we've already explained exactly why. We saw the power on display, we saw the fielding on display, and we'll hopefully catch up with Jersey here in a moment. But yes, just a complete series that has been on display from her, and the glove just absolutely stunning. The bat with multiple home runs in tonight's contest. I mean, she just did it all. There is no other way to say it, Chase.
They're going to take a team pick here, Josh.
Yeah, we'll get Jersey here in a moment as the festivities continue here from Cost Field. But we will come back in a little bit on our Petro Stopping Center post-game show and get our interviews after this.
The best part about being a reading corps tutor is having that one-on-one relationship with kids.
A high five here or a smile there. When I get that smile back, it's just, it fills my heart.
Being a reading corps tutor has been the most rewarding thing I've ever done, and I was an RN for 15 years.
Outside of my family, this has been the greatest experience of my life.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
It's the summer sale at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro. All VersaMax and Cargo Max trailers are at summer sale prices. They have 11-foot and 13-foot Cargo Max trailers, all discounted in price during the summer sale. And Bloomfield Enterprise still has a large inventory of big tax utility trailers. Stop by to look and purchase with large discounts, or call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. The summer sale on VersaMax and Cargo Max trailers ends June 30th at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro.
This is the Petro Stopping Center postgame show, and Chase Miller is standing by with a victorious player on the west side.
Thank you very much from Deluxe, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark here again. Shaylee Holen, able to win this series in Game 3 in the East, able to represent the west side yet again and winning the series. What was the last 24 hours for you like? 3 games in and able to win another series here for the West?
Yeah, we knew we had to come out strong in this third one. We lost the first one yesterday, and we just knew we were like, we got to dial in, we got to lock in here, we got to be West's best, So.
And able to have a fun 24 hours from cornhole to a little rain delay here. What was this 2024 Scheels Softball All-Star Series like for you?
It was so fun. I mean, from the start of cornhole, me and Kate Geisler got third place. We got that $25 gift card, and then just after the first game, we kind of got all the nerves out, and then we knew we had to come back here. So that was pretty fun. And Jersey hitting those 2 home runs really helped, too.
Able to get those 2 home runs, obviously a good start for the game. From the Deluxe, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark Lakers' point of view, 5th place at state, a really tremendous season. What's some of the favorite softball memories that you've had being a Laker with Coach Peggy obviously up there, too, as well?
Yeah, I mean, I just love going to state with the girls every year, and we love extending our season every year, and it's just so fun. I mean, I guess one of my favorite memories was during midseason madness a couple years ago. I think it was last year, actually. Me and Cambry Beno, our center fielder, we both ran into each other with the fly ball, and I looked up when I had the ball in my hand. She looks at me, she's like, "No way!" And I don't know, that was just one of my favorite memories. But yeah, this season it was super fun to be with a bunch of the girls, and there's so many younger girls that are going to be so great next year and all the years after that. So.
As we kind of take a look at you're heading to the University of North Dakota to study pre-physical therapy, just what made UND in that particular major something you want to kind of learn more about in Grand Forks?
I knew they had a great program there, and I mean, it's still something it's still in the air a little bit, but that's what I've decided on for now. And yeah, I think it's just a great school, and I can stay pretty close to my family too, so that was pretty fun.
If someone has an opportunity to get nominated and play in this game next year, what's the reason why they should play in this game or this series?
I would definitely say confidence in the box and just confidence in the field as well. It's something really fun, and it's just something fun to enjoy.
Final thing for you, Shaylee, was there someone that you were looking forward to having on your team, or someone that you were looking forward to get to meet here that was from the West, that maybe was from a different region or a rival or someone from a different class?
I was just looking forward to play with everyone. I mean, a lot of these girls, I was looking forward to playing with some of the Class A girls because sometimes it's a little bit different ball game for them, and it was just Sienna was one of my good friends, and it was fun meeting Jersey. I mean, everyone was so fun meeting, and it was just a super fun time.
Well, best of luck moving forward at the University of North Dakota, and congratulations on a tremendous career.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That again, Shaylee Holen with us. Let's toss it back to you up in the box.
Thank you, Chase, as we continue here on our Petro Stopping Center postgame show, and we'll get to Jersey Berg here shortly, as Chase is now standing by with her as we get this centered up on our camera a little bit, but we'll throw it down to Chase now.
All right, thank you very much, Josh. The tournament or series MVP here, Jersey Berg. Jersey, let's just take us through those home runs first and foremost, and we can talk about your glove work at shortstop here in the series. What was that like just to get that first one out of the way with, and kind of what were you looking for? Anything in particular here at the plate early in this contest?
Obviously, it feels good. Takes a lot of nerves off. Yesterday, I didn't have too many good hits. I think I was a little nervous, but getting that first home run really takes the nerves off, too. And, I mean, I'm always looking for one kind of belt level, not outside. So it was kind of right where I wanted it, that first one. Second one, I honestly don't even remember the second one, so I couldn't tell you where that's at, but probably right around there, too. Usually all my home runs are around the same spot. So
if I remember counting it right, 1, 2, and I think 3 double plays that you had here in this series. Just what was it about those double plays and able to finish it one off in style here and take one back for the West 2-1?
Well, honestly, just right place, right time. I mean, I couldn't be any luckier, honestly. Like, half of them, I was standing right there, didn't have to move at all. And then, I don't know, they were trying to tell me I had 5, and I was like, okay, like, you guys are being dramatic now, But, yeah, the teammates hyping me up every time, so that feels good. But, yeah, I was just right place, right time. I mean,
you go from there when you saw the rosters, anybody from Bismarck, Metro, anybody from the A or the B that you were looking forward to getting to meet, or maybe having some rivals that were finally teammates for a change, so to speak, in high school that wasn't travel ball?
Yeah, obviously the Dickinson girls, I mean. I've been rivals for a while now, and it feels good to play with them. I've played with Ava before, but I've never played with Jenna, and she was awesome. They're both awesome. And I'm always excited to play with those Class B girls because I never get to play with them at all. And I kind of know them from playing travel ball against them. But, I mean, pretty much everyone on that whole roster. And the Beulah girls, I've played with them. They've been on my travel team. So it's good to have different uniforms on with them, too. So, yeah.
What's the one thing in these 3 games, cornhole, the whole 9 yards, traveling across the state, that you enjoyed most in a 24-hour time span, that for the next players that are having an opportunity to play in this game, what's the reason that they should look forward to playing in this game, Jersey, after your experience?
I mean, cornhole for me was pretty rough. But I had Raina, she was carrying, and I had Sydney Schwabi, too, she was carrying, too. But, yeah, I mean, it's exciting to be able to play with those people that you never get to play with and people you might have never even played with against before. And, I mean, these games made me better. I think it made everyone better. Playing against those best people in the state, it's just an honor to be chosen, an honor to be picked, and it's something to look forward to, meeting those new people, making new friends.
I know on the roster it said undecided. Are you decided possibly moving forward? Okay, let's talk about it. Where are you heading off to for college, and what's the next step?
I'm going to Wilson State, and I'm going to play basketball and softball, so I'm excited for that. And we'll see where I go after those 2 years, but for now I'm focused on the next 2 years.
That's why I heard from Miss Falk there, said go Tetons in the interview, because she's gonna be a fellow teammate of yours. Moving forward here, favorite softball memory of all time? Obviously, you had some good ones here on the Scheels Softball All-Star Series jersey, but what's been a favorite softball memory for you all time?
Yeah, obviously this is a highlight for sure. One of my favorite memories, though, we won state my sophomore year. I mean, that was super big, and then this year we got all the way to state title. I couldn't be prouder of the teammates because they pretty much have a whole middle school team this year, so I couldn't be prouder of them. I think my whole senior year, honestly, my whole softball experience has just been a big core memory, but I think one I need to highlight for sure is my sophomore year at state. We weren't supposed to go swimming, but me and a couple of the seniors, we went swimming. We just took our clothes off, went down the slide, and we played Till I Collapsed by Eminem while we went down. I mean, that's how we got ready for the state title game the next day.
It was a lot of fun. It's been a lot of memories. Final thing for you here, Jersey. What was the best play that you had here in these 3 games? I know you turned a couple double plays. You hit some home runs. You had a lot of big memories. But what was the best play for you specifically, outside of obviously bringing it back home on the west side?
So I'm going to say my best play, I actually didn't really finish the play, but I think my diving play was probably my best play. But I didn't finish it, but I was very surprised it went in my glove, because usually when I dive backhand, it only hits my glove. It doesn't go in it. So I was happy with myself on that, even though I didn't get her out.
Jersey, congratulations. Best of luck up at Williston State being a Teton, and moving forward, enjoy the rest of your summer.
Thank you so much.
Again, the 2024 Scheels Softball All-Star here with the tournament MVP, Josh, as we toss it back to you with Jersey.
MVP indeed. Even the play she didn't make, that's the one that she singles out as her favorite right there, with the diving backhanded stop. So huge congratulations to Jersey right there, and the West All-Star team as they take the series 2-1. And we'll take a break and come back on our Petros Stopping Center postgame show and give you some more box score details after this.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
This is your livelihood, and success requires a seed partner that's just as committed as you are. Just like you, we're farmers first, so our values are rooted just as deep and our goals are just as strong. Our team is ready to hit your fields, so no matter what each growing season brings, we'll get through it together. It's who we are. Thunderseed, first in the field.
When it comes to your next outdoor project, let the team at Turf Tamers take care of you. Turf Tamers provides the professional services and is your one-stop shop for turning your dirt yard into a beautiful oasis. When you choose Turf Tamers, you can trust that your outdoor spaces are in the hands of skilled professionals who truly care about creating beautiful landscapes. For a quote or more information, go online to turftamersfargo.com. That's turftamersfargo.com.
Welcome back to our Petro Stopping Center postgame show. Head over to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo for a feast fit for a king. Love that chicken from Popeyes, a juicy cheesesteak, or melt in your mouth Cinnabon. If you're feeling extra peckish, dive into some Papa John's Pizza or head up the glorious Dolly Down restaurant. And you can find the Petro Stopping Center just off of 45th Street and I-94 in Fargo. Box score time here for you. The West All-Stars went 8-4, 9 hits apiece for each team. The breakdown for the West All-Stars: Jenna Decker went 0 for 2. Jersey Berg went 2 for 3 with 2 home runs and another double play to end this series. Jersey Berg is your MVP for the Scheels All-Star Softball Series, so congratulations to Jersey Berg, as we've worn that out enough, as she just had a spectacular series all around, especially in the field, but then powering up 2 home runs here tonight. Ellington Anderson 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Ginger Savakul went 2 for 2 with a couple singles. Ava Yanner 0 for 2 with a walk and a couple deep flyouts. Callie Steffen went 2 for 3 with a single and a double and an RBI groundout. Savannah Gustafson flew out a couple times with 0 for 2. Ashlyn Schumacher pitched the majority of this game and only gave up a couple runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning was all that she gave up, and it was on weak contact and an error. So Schumacher able to get the win and a couple hits and a couple RBIs tonight. And then Hallie Gullett was 0 for 1 with the walk. Shaylee Holan was 0 for 2. Maddox Falk was 1 for 2 with a single, and Ava Seibel went 0 for 2. On the east side, Addie Rolstad went 0 for 3. Grace Weary 0 for 2 with a walk. Danica Hansen had a 2 for 3 night, including a run scored in the 7th inning after she doubled. Ella Weipert doubled her back home as they traded spots. Weipert went 2 for 3 and had some solid defense in center field. Sydney Schwabe went 1 for 3. Raina Satram, your home run champion, went 1 for 3 with a single in the 2nd and a flyout with the bases loaded in the 4th inning. That was a pivotal out in this game. She was oh so close to a grand slam in that at bat. Kate Geisler was 0 for 2. McKenna Alexander 1 for 2. got all the way around to third in the 5th inning, but was stranded there. Danica Rath did a little bit of pitching, went 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt as well. Rath pitched the second half of this ball game, gave up a couple runs in her outing. Brea Malk went 0 for 2. Riley Satcham went 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Avery Ammerman went 1 for 2, scored in the 3rd inning. Riley McQuillan was 0 for 1 with a very impressive walk in her first at-bat in the 3rd, and then Grace Fletchock, the hometown Central Cass Squirrel, walked in both of her plate appearances. That is your box score here. 8-4 with 9 hits apiece. The West comes out on top in this game and the series. And that will do it for the Scheels softball series here. We had just a blast covering this out in Bismarck for day 1 and here in Casselton for the skills competition and the rubber match in game 3 tonight. So a big thank you to Tim Howe, helping us, helping this Scheels All-Star Series keep going. Does a phenomenal job organizing it, as you heard the players all throughout these couple days praising the organization of this series in general. So thank you to Tim Howe and his crew helping put on this All-Star Series that we get to cover each summer. And thank you to the viewer, you, for joining us, and our sponsors for helping us put this on, because we couldn't do it without the help of our sponsors each and every day. Thank you for tuning in, and signing off for Chase Miller and Joey Hughes, I'm Josh Boyko. Have a good night.